Hello, everybody. It is, what's the date today? Saturday, May 29th, 5:30 here on the West Coast. Beautiful day in Southern California, although it did not start out that way. Very gloomy and not so nice, but turned out to be a nice unofficial start of the summer here. So I heard Keith QXA got a new or actually he has a microphone. He got a little bit of an adapter to hook up his SM58 up to his radio. So I'm interested to see how that will sound. I'm going to send him a text here in a few minutes and see if he's on at all, or will be on. I think he said he was. I was driving home on the way home, and I was talking to him for a few minutes. But let's see if we can get a little bit of radio here. So for you guys wondering, I've changed frequencies. I'm trying to get a hold of Keith. Let me fix this. This looks like add a little more color to that. There you go. So, Keith got a new microphone, so I'm interested to see how it sounds, not only on sideband, but on FM. So I'm hoping he'll follow me up here. If not, I'll slide back down to sideband. Hope you guys like my new camera there. All right, doesn't sound like he's going to meet me up here. I heard someone talking on there.
What was it?
Apologize if you guys blow your eardrums out.
Really? Really? Well, that's good. Okay, now my next question to you is that power supply, is that plug come out of that power supply? Can you unplug it out of So then he showed me that, and it's totally different than what I told him to do. Yeah, and the radio's on the ground. Well, I'll show you sometime in the diagram he sent me. Anyway, so your noise level's way down. Okay. Well, how many chokes you got on there? One or two? Well, what you should do is wrap two or three to really get that noise out. I got a plug to put back on that thing. That's no big deal. I got nice plugs I put on them. I buy them all the same at Home Depot. They got several different plugs out there. Some of them are a piece of junk. You know, I got the good ones. They go on easy, they hold good, and they're a good plug. And some of the other plugs on there, they ain't worth a hoot. You know, I buy the same one all the time. So
that is Fred KN6OS right now talking. He's down in Cerritos, in Brenna Park, I think. So bad about remembering that stuff. I think he's talking to Ron. I can't really hear him.
Well, what we got to do is choke your power supply up. And that other thing I gave you, put chokes on that so whatever else you plugged in is already filtered. So we'll choke up that real good. And then hook your power supply in that. And then choke the wires coming out of the power supply into your radio. Choke it up again. Don't get me wrong, those beads work. But one of those chokes, the big donuts, outweighs about 10 of those beads. Well, that's why you should buy some at HRO and get the 31s there. Get a choke kit. That choke kit, you know, get a bunch of beads and chokes, depending on which one you get. All those choke kits, all the ones at HRO there, with the exception of a couple, you're gonna spend $94. Well, I know that. Anyway, get the thing choked up. We'll cut the plug off. I'll bring you a plug to put on there. I got the right plugs. I stock those plugs. And I can send you pictures of my chokes of my power supply. I choke them up with three, man. I don't got no noise at all. I'm the one who's got the least amount of noise of everybody here all the time. But
he's going to talk about grounding next.
Warren and me are really choked up on the power supply, everything on the radios. Well, mine don't even register sometimes with a preamp on. So what gave you that idea? Yeah, well, the other thing you can do is run your car over there, put some jumper leads from your car battery, and then what button I gotta hit now and put in there? Well, what is that called now?
I'm eventually going to jump in, but I don't want to.
So there's 3 check marks instead of 2 now? It don't go that way? Okay, so I don't have to check mark anything. So, but when I put that picture, I have to put my longitude latitude back in, right? Okay, but it's already in there now. Why do I have to re-enter it? Oh, it's another entry. Okay, so I enter in that entry. Do I have to go back to the
So I accidentally hit the wrong key there. I was going to go to the radio only screen, which looks like this.
Oh, so it's a different entry. Oh, boy. I got it right here in front of me in my book written down. So now how do I go in there to do this?
Hold on, let me
Are you on D-Shark? Oh, no, we're on Sideman. Hey, can you hear Ron up there?
I cannot hear Ron up there, no.
But he did some more modifications to his radio, can hear better. Hey, Ron, can you hear K6EGG? He can barely hear you, Greg.
Copy. Right when he went to call, I got a bunch of noise all of a sudden.
Well, Ron got rid of a bunch of noise. He put some chokes on his power supply, and he went from an S7 down to an S2 from putting one choke in there with only 2 or 3 turns on it.
It's funny you say that because I had just ordered some chokes this afternoon, so they should be here. Actually, I got them to help my RFI into my microphone equipment here. They should be here in the next couple of days.
He put some on his power supply and he lowered his noise level, S7 to S2.
That's excellent.
Chokes on your power supply?
I have chokes on nothing and I'm not grounded, but I will have some chokes shortly.
Okay. Yeah, I get some chokes from FT240's Material 31 there. You get them from anybody. Palomar, they got them. DX Engineering, HRO. So Ron just put him on his and he lowered his noise level right down, just like that. Boom. I'm going to give you a hint here, Greg. Every time you put another turn of wire through that choke, it gets quieter. So you want to put every turn you can get through that thing. So and even sometimes you got to cut a power plug off and put a new, put a new power plug back on, so you can get 8, 9 turns through that thing.
What, an AC power plug?
You want it close to the power supply. You're here? You heard him good, huh? Yeah, well, you're loud down here, Ron. I don't know why Greg can't hear you that good. The mounds, huh? Yeah, boy, I can tell your station. It made a big difference what you did there today. Yeah, I know, and you get that other ground wire on there. Yeah, well, yeah, what you got to do is get more chokes. If you really want to save money, talk to Ward there. He knows where to get them for $2 a choke cheaper. Yeah, he knows. He's got the address where he got them from. it was about 1 or 2 months ago. He bought $350 of these chokes, and he got them for $8 a piece. He's choked all over his refrigerator, his washer, dryer. He even put a choke on a dog tail. Plugs, right? Well, see, what I like about that, you can buy a longer plug because that's the standard plug you buy at the music store, and you can get a bigger one. So you buy that one over there, and you just choke it up, and it's long. Then you can put the plug exactly where you want it. Some of those other ones, when you choke it up, you got a short little plug, and all of a sudden you got nothing left to plug into. I know that. I've been there before. All right, but you know what? Since you choked it up, I get some more chokes and really choke that up. All right. But you come out with a good idea. The other thing I gave you, put some chokes on that. You filter right when it comes out of the wall, then you filter it again, and anything else you plug in there, that'll be filtered because it's on that power strip. Oh no, you don't got that. It's got surge protection. That's all you got. Yeah, well, unless you buy a line conditioner like I got, unless you want to spend $200-300. Well, that's understandable. You're so much louder here. You sound like you're down the street now. Yep. Well, so you can make your receive work better. So, okay, how am I going to do this now? I go where in the program to get this changed? Okay. Okay, do I want to go into D-Start? Do I want to go into D-Start while I do this or no? I don't need to? Oh, okay, I'll call you on the phone, K6EGG.
K6EGG, Greg, you out there, WA62 at safety?
Hey, Chief, did you hear Ron?
I couldn't hear Ron. He and I spoke about half an hour ago, and I couldn't hear, but this time I could hear him.
Yeah, because he sees something. I want to say, hey, Ron? Ron? Keith's yelling at you. You hear Keith? You hear him better? Go ahead, Keith.
Yeah, Ron, I can hear you a little better now than we could about a half an hour ago, for some reason. I heard you say something about chokes. I don't know. You put some chokes on? Roger that. So Greg's out there, and I think that he is live streaming, from what I understand. It is on, it is on. I guess it's just not our day to get to talk to each other that loud, I guess. I don't know.
Well, you probably need more chokes to lower the noise level. Anyway, Keith, he had a noise level S7. He put one choke on her 2 turns. His noise level went down to an S2 to S3 from one choke. See, you need to put chokes in your power supply to lower your noise level more.
Well, right now I'm like a S2, so it's not too bad right now.
I know it's not too bad right now, but see, if you had chokes on it, you'd have no noise level now. That's what I'm getting on. And then when you do have a noise level, it'd be only an S2, but then if you go higher, you're missing the point I'm trying to bring out.
I got the point.
Okay.
Anyway, hey Greg, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I definitely noticed a difference in the sound quality of your transmission. I don't know if you have too. You may want to go back and listen to an older stream to see the difference there. I hear like a little bit of background noise, but it still sounds clean. Like you sound fuller and what's the word I'm looking for? Just a little more natural.
Okay, you're probably hearing some background noise because it's picking up stuff.
Yeah, it sounds like you're listening to the stream there in the background.
Okay, turn that off. Is that better? Can you hear the background noise now?
Yeah, you sound a lot better there. I would even mess around with your EQ settings a little bit there too.
I messed with them a little bit earlier today, but you got any suggestions?
Where are you at right now?
Let me see. Hang on a second.
Be honest. I mean, you sound a lot better than you did before. Like you just sound cleaner, more just more of a natural sound to your voice. Like you almost sound like on FM.
Okay, good to hear. Good to hear. Here, I have my mic gain at 56. I have the compressor. Let me see a second. The processor's at 5. Mic EQ on with the processor at 5.
Where's your EQ setting at?
You know, I don't know. It has an on-off switch, but I don't know how to adjust it further than on-off.
I bet if you played with that EQ setting a little bit, you could probably change the sound a little bit. What do you guys have? What type of radio do you have?
Yeah, 991 Alpha. What am I lacking? What do I need to work on?
I don't know, but you might sound different or cleaner if you adjust something.
Okay, well, like I played with it earlier today and had a couple radio checks from a couple people, and they told me this sounds better, blah blah blah. So that's kind of where I have it right now, but I don't know where to go with it to make it better because I can't really hear myself.
I've got a video up to see how to do the change the what's it called, the settings for the EQ.
Okay, the processor's at 5. I'm going to turn it up a little bit, then I'm going to turn it down a little bit, and I want your opinion, okay? So now the processor is at 8. It was at 5.
I think it sounded a little better at 5. I didn't notice too much of a difference other than some distortion.
That's what I had it higher there earlier, and then they told me to try that. Now I have it on 3, testing 1, 2, 3.
I think it sounded better at 5.
Okay, so earlier the people were telling me the right thing, then that's good.
I'm going to have a visitor in my shack here shortly.
Now my mic gain's at 56. I'm going to try something. Now it's at 70, testing 1, 2, 3.
No, I'd bring it down where you had it before. I'm hearing like almost hum or background noise.
That's about 45. Should I split the difference?
Yeah, where you had it when you first started was good. Do you have like EQ setting, like high-low?
Yeah, I don't know. It has like the mic EQ and it has an on-off switch, but I don't see where it says adjust the EQ for transmit. So I got to learn how to do that.
Let me look on the YouTube page real quick. Let me figure it out for you if I can.
EQ off, EQ off, EQ on, EQ on.
You have actually 3 different EQs. EQ2, and you can set different levels for each of the 3 EQs.
Interesting. I don't know how to get to it then, I guess.
Yeah, yours seems a little more in-depth than mine.
Yeah, the 97s and even my 7100 seems a little bit more intuitive than these 991 alphas. It's a little more complicated.
But I would say you had definitely had a little bit of improvement in your audio is a lot cleaner. I'm interested to see what some EQing would do.
Okay, well, a $55, $60 investment was worthwhile, obviously, it sounds like, and I just got, try to work with tweaking the EQ, and then I'm maybe be good to go, right?
Yep.
I'm about 2 feet away from the mic.
I'd get on a little closer.
All right, how's that? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Even better. When you get further away, you hear a room noise, and those particular microphones like to, especially at 58, you're supposed to be right on it.
I was trying to be right on it earlier today. Of course, everybody I was testing with was close. They say I didn't sound as good, so that's why I was backing off. But I'll get a little closer.
Yeah, you can drop the gain on the microphone a little bit to compensate that not good sound.
I was doubling, so back off on the mic gain just so I can get closer to the mic, correct?
Correct. Like if I did this, stand by. See, if I did this, you still hear me okay. I'm about 2 feet away from the microphone, and you're probably hearing some echoing and whatever else is in the room.
Right, okay, hang on a second. I turned it about 20 notches, and I'm about 6 inches away from the mic now.
Split the difference a little bit. Turn it up a little bit more.
Okay, there's about split the difference. How's that sound? I'm about 6 inches from the mic.
Did you turn up the gain or turn it down?
I just turned the mic gain back up. You want me to turn it up more?
No. Turn it down. Turn it down.
Okay, when you said split the difference, this is where I was at. I mean, originally it was much harder, like 20 digits higher. Now I'm 20 digits lower when you said split the difference.
Yeah, go back down some more a little bit.
Okay, there's 25 right there. 25 still talking about 6 inches from the mic.
Get on the mic a little closer now.
2, 3. About 3 inches from the mic. Testing 1, 2, 3.
That's weird. Like it was like almost. Excuse me. Your setting when you first got on was better, so I'd maybe go back to that.
Meaning be a little further from the mic, a little hotter gain.
Yeah. That's kind of weird. Especially for a dynamic microphone like that, you shouldn't be about 2 feet away, but it seemed to sound pretty decent.
Okay, there's kind of about where we had it, I believe. How am I sounding now?
Really good. Really, really good.
Okay, well, I think I'll leave it there for right now, and I will learn how to do the EQ part of it to see if I can spice it up even further.
Yeah, I would add a little more highs in there, and I think it'd be perfect.
I'm going to step out for a minute because I want to rewind it and hear a little bit, okay?
Sure, you could probably tell the difference too with the changes you went back and forth with. K6EGG, enjoy listening to yourself there.
W86QX, yeah, I'm anxious to hear what we did here. So I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm just going to be monitoring.
You got a closet in your office?
That's where's that, in the closet.
Well, then put it in the office.
Well, I got all the other stuff. I got the computer desk here, I got the other desk, and I got a big TV, so it's crowded in here.
Oh, anyway, Ron put a choke on his power supply there, and his noise level went from S7 down to S2 with one choke.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You got chokes on your power supply?
Yeah, I'm all choked up here. I got a low noise level.
There you go. Well, everybody's moving along. Everybody's radio's getting better. Everybody's moving right along.
Yep, they sure are. Okay, I'll be on the side. 76 to Euro.
Oh, I heard you yell for me this morning at the park. You fixed your microphone?
Yeah, I picked it up. So hopefully it'll hold.
Well, you should buy a new one for a spare.
I must be keep.
Yeah, that's what I heard. He told me. Okay, we'll let you go. KN6OS.
Sorry about that there. I had a little problem when I type in a keyboard key. It changes the screen there. So let me get back to the main screen there. If Patrick K6EGG, you're still out there, try to get on frequency and maybe we can hear you down here. Or up here, I should say.
Kilowatt 6 Echo Golf Golf calling K6PFG. K6PFG, you on frequency? This is Greg, K6EGG.
Boy, Greg, you sound good tonight.
Thank you. There was somebody watching our stream down from El Cajon. I was wondering if he would, he has a station that would make it up there, or we make it down there. I think he may have heard Keith.
Oh, yeah, well, I talked to a couple other people about your station today, too. What'd you do different? You're louder.
I did nothing different. Might be conditions improving for the June Tropo coming up.
Wow, you're loud down there now. I'll back out and make your call again. K6 West out here, voices Cerritos here by Knott's Berry Farm Stagecoach. Go ahead and pick it up. I'm standing by.
Sounding good again.
Roger. I like my audio loud, clean, and clear.
And for me anyway, on this end.
Yeah, I heard you got good reports from Gregory. Yeah, your audio sounds pretty good.
Yeah, I just got to figure I had the mic EQ on, but there's settings how you can actually adjust the EQ, so I got to figure out how to do that. I'm not sure how to do that. He sent me some information. I'm going to read up on it.
Well, I get a mic muff like the professionals use for, vocal singers because your live streaming was coming back in the background making that hiss. So I'd run a mic muff for that and then turn the direction of the microphone away from the direction of the speaker of where you're streaming from.
Yeah, that was partly my fault because I had the streaming on, so I turned it off. I turned the volume off so you guys aren't hearing that background noise. Because, it's picking it up because I'm having to talk 2 feet away from the microphone, so it's picking up that too. But now you shouldn't be hearing that background noise because it's not on.
Well, the other way to do is adjust the microphone where you're 1 foot away and adjust the audio down a little bit for that. Alex tuned you in for 2 feet away, so get a foot away, measure it, start making the mic gain adjustments for that. You'll pick up a bit less background.
Well, Greg just worked with me on that. We tried it all the way up to 3 inches, and we found out it didn't work as well. So we went back to the 2 feet thing, which I'm at right now. So that's what I'm going to go with for right now. I just got to learn how to work this mic EQ to spice it up a little bit.
Okay. Go ahead and work them, K6 West.
Hey, I wouldn't get a windscreen for that. It'll take away a little bit of your highs.
Yeah, it's got a built-in one as it is.
Yeah, go with that. Unless you're doing something really major, you're in a windstorm, I would definitely not get a windscreen.
About this, what do you think about this, Greg? Where you take a soda pop, big drink, you cut the bottom of the end of it out, and you put it over like a funnel. What do you think of that?
What would that accomplish?
You don't pick up noise from the sides.
I would just go off the design of the microphone. That's kind of why the shaft is a certain width and stuff, because they designed it to reject the sound from the sides.
Hey, that's what I was getting at.
Like if I put my microphone, if I put my hands around the grill on the side, it changes the dynamics of the microphone EQ and stuff and everything.
Yeah, I know that these 58s are pretty directional, too.
Yeah, dude, you sound so much better now.
Awesome. $55 fix.
Pretty loud, huh?
I wouldn't say he sounds louder. He just sounds a lot cleaner.
You're louder to me.
I am running my linear. I do wish I had, from listening to what the stream is, I wish I had a little bit more punch, but I thought I sounded pretty crispy, clean.
That's what I think the EQ will do.
Roger that. Okay, well, I'm working on it.
If you could get a little bit of low end, that would just fill out your voice.
Yeah, because I have a pretty squeaky voice as it is.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying it. I know that I have a pretty high-pitched voice.
Hey, Patrick, K6PFG, are you still out there listening?
But it doesn't make me less manly.
Not at all.
Like today, Fred and Ward were messing around with Fred's settings. His were like out of whack, and so he was copying Ward, and he couldn't copy it exactly because Fred's voice is different than Ward's. Ward's has a higher pitched voice, a little softer. Fred has a deeper voice, and he projects, you know what I mean? So I asked him to tweak it a little bit, you know, back off on some of the stuff, and I think we got it dialed in where I think he sounds pretty darn good.
Well, I'm trying to sound like Art Bell up there in Plumber, Nevada.
Is he still alive?
Died in 2018, July 28th, I think.
He ended up moving to like Thailand or something weird, didn't he? Or Taiwan or something?
His wife died, he stayed here a couple years, and then he moved there, and he sold the radio station to somebody else, but then he came back a couple times and did some interviews and everything. He went back and forth, and he finally died July 28th. I went on YouTube and watched the whole thing about him today, but he died definitely in 2018.
What was this, like Into the Night or something like that, or Night Calls? What was his radio show called?
I forget again, but he used to talk a lot about Mercury, Nevada, the mysteries of Mercury, Nevada, and the aliens.
Yeah, like in New Mexico as well, I think, right?
He was on a radio station, Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast AM, I think. That's the name of the show he had. I've never heard him on the air, though.
It's on ham radio every night. A lot of times you put the ham radio on the radio station.
I've heard that. I've heard of that, but I've never heard it.
I live here in Cerritos, and I've been to a station before from Nevada, drove by it all the time. And believe me, when I was down here, he used to hit me 55 over S9.
What, on 20 meter or something like that?
5.
I'm sure he had a lot of processing being from the broadcast world of AM radio.
Had a big lot. I forget what he had, 30, 40 acres, and he had a lot of radios and round rods, and he had these huge antennas. He had 4 big towers. He ran a big loop. He was big time. He was big time in amateur radio. He was real particular about the audio on his radio. Real particular. I mean, on sideband, it sounded like AM KFI in the sky.
I actually have a processor so I can do that, but I do not have it hooked up into the radio yet. I'm planning on doing that for when I get on the general or something like that. I have one of those Or-band radio processors that I obtained.
He was born in 1945. He's a couple years older than me. Yeah, so he ran a Class A radio station. He ran that big Icom, that one radio years ago. It had 4 meters on it. I forget the name of it.
Or-band 6300 Optimod.
$8,000 radio then.
I think on YouTube I've seen him, someone talking to him, and I remember him sounding just amazing.
Oh yeah, he talked to everybody. He talked to anybody hear your call. He talked to you. Like I said, he pounded a 55, 60 over S9 down here in California. No problem.
Looks like we got Mike Dooley listening on or watching on the stream. I think Dark Matter was his last show on Sirius.
This is KN6 West of Cerritos, California. Delta Mike 03.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf, City of Chino, 2 miles north of the beautiful Chino Airport, where the Planes of Fame Air Museum is located.
We got anybody else on frequency you'd like to identify where they're at? Even the sandbaggers. Check in now.
Yeah, I'm here. WA6QXA, but I'm watching a video on how to adjust the settings on this 991 Alpha, so I'm going to be off of frequency for a few minutes watching this.
Hey, Fred, did Art Bell do his radio show from his house, or did he go into the station?
He ran his radio show from his house. I asked him about that, and he was remotely hooked up. I don't know how he had it exactly done, but he was remotely hooked up. He did all the audio engineering up in L.A. I don't know how he got it over there, but that's what he did. He operated the whole station from his house. He got permission to do that.
Now that's the normal thing.
Well, he did this back in the 80s already.
So I guess he lived in Pahrump. He did it from his house in Pahrump.
That's correct. Have you ever been up to Pahrump?
When I went the wrong way one time, yes, to Vegas.
Okay, so when you turn off at Baker, that's the way you went up through Baker, right?
Actually, I was coming home from Vegas. No, I did a turn off the 215, I want to say, in Vegas.
Went from Vegas and you came home that way through Pahrump, correct?
Yes, but this was in the 90s. I can't really remember, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to tell you. I'll tell you where he lived. So if you were coming from Vegas and you're headed toward Pahrump, and then you turned off the highway there toward 127 toward Shoshone, and just before you cross the state line going out of Nevada into California there, which is out of town there about 8-10 miles, his radio station was off the left-hand side, right off the main road. You looked up, you could see all the towers there. Big, huge antenna towers. I don't know what they were. 250 feet tall. He had them up right there.
I just found some of his pictures online of his house. Pretty amazing. He's got like an antenna farm, like he was like watering them.
Right, he had a loud, very loud station, man. He was definitely in the ham radio. I wonder if the station is still there. He sold it to one of the gals that runs the station. I wonder if they still run that station out of there. That would be interesting. I have the radio station call. The call of the radio station was Kilo November Yankee Echo. YouTube search, see if that station's still on the air.
So that's where it started, and it eventually went on other stations, right?
Yeah, well, he sold the station to some gal. Because if you look at his house and zoom in, that's the radio station call there. I'm kind of looking up YouTube, see if it's still there. KSXS, the radio station call.
Looks like someone took his old call sign.
It says the radio station is dedicated to the community of the citizens of Pahrump, Nevada. That's what it says right here. The station is on 95.1 Pahrump, Nevada on KNYE. Big voice of the valley, it says.
By the way, when you talk, there's a bunch of background noise.
Okay, hold on. I'll get rid of that. That was my HF radio. It's gone
Much better. I had enough noise in my headset from the regular sideband, and when you talked, it was just like booming through. Because you sound so loud.
That was my HF radio. I'm listening to HF. I got, several radios going here all at the same time. Yeah, I turned it down. That was my HF on 75 meters there.
So somebody took his old call sign, W6OBB. That's kind of sad. They should have left it.
Yeah, that's it, WB6OBB. Yeah.
I'm hearing somebody was that somebody else in there? This is Greg, K6EGG.
Oh, that was my D-Star going. I turned that one down now.
Oh, okay.
Got D-Star going, HF going, 2 meters here, Catalina, Big Bear, the FM call frequency. I got several radios here going. I told you that. Anyway, I want to see if I ran into a guy today. I talked to him on the radio, and his name is Keith. I call him Keith too because Keith was on the radio and we got mixed up. Call him Keith, and so they answered. So I said, "Hey, Keith 1, Keith 2." Anyway, his call is Kilo Mike 6 Whiskey Mike Echo, and he's going to go out here for his extra license in a couple weeks, and he's a general now. And he was telling me he couldn't get his radio working very good in HF, so I think that's another discussion we should have out here some night. I'll wait for more people the next time we're out here to get really detailed in that discussion. But anyway, he was showing me he couldn't get his radio to work. So I said, well, he's tried the radio, antenna, coax cable, this and that. And what I was finding out was this guy's got his general license. He's a ham, and he was talking to me today on 146.520 FM, but he don't have no 2-meter sideband. I'm talking him into it. He's going to buy one, so it'll be up here. And I'm finding out there's a lot of new hams are getting their ham license, and they're trying to get out on HF, and they don't know how to do it. He didn't have any idea how to hook up the antenna tuner. He thought he had it hooked up. He bought some coax cable, and he hooked up some coax cable to the hot side of the tuner. Like LMR 400, like that. I said, oh, well. I said, did you solder the 2 ends together to make it work? He said, no. I said, well, that ain't going to work. He says, you're right, it don't work. And I said, well, do you got any grounding on the tuner? He said, no. I don't have any ground tuner. I said, hey, it ain't never going to work. He says, yeah, I had it for 6 months. I never heard anybody or anything that wouldn't transmit or nothing. I said, well, it ain't going to work. So knowing that and talking to a couple other hams I found out, I think we should have a good round robin here some night of how to tell these hams how to hook up HF antennas. But there's different types, so it'll be several different subjects. From a dipole to an inverted V to an end-fed, But anyway, he had an end-fed, and I said, it ain't ever going to work the way you got it hooked up. Anyway, back to you, Greg, KN6 West.
And I had to drop my power, unfortunately. My wife was saying I was bleeding into some of the stuff downstairs. So hopefully those RF chokes I ordered will help with that. I know I could put one right outside my amplifier and one where where my coax is coming inside my house.
Yeah, what were you bleeding into? What your wife say you're getting into? I'll help you out on that. I'm pretty knowledgeable about that stuff.
The TV.
That's easy. I'll tell you how to do it right now. You don't need a choke on your radio. You need a choke on the TV. You put it on the power line, the one the plug it plugs in the wall. But you put the choke closest to the TV before it enters the TV. You put it right there. Boom. It'll fix it.
I also think I'm coming on some speakers as well, but will the RF choke on the back of the amplifier help at all?
No, not for that. No. That's just going to, no. That's only going to help for interference coming to you. You're interfering with somebody else. You have to put the choke on the TV.
So why do people put their RF chokes on their feed lines then?
Well, the reason because they're getting RF back in their own radio from themselves. They're contaminating themselves. That's why they put chokes on them.
Yeah, I think that amplifier I have is pretty dirty. I'm running 100 watts right now directly out of my radio, and she says that she's not hearing it now.
Yeah, so, well, just get some chokes and choke up that TV. So that will fix the problem. But if you had chokes on everything on your radio and had everything well grounded, and you had a wide copper strap coming out of your radio going to ground, then you wouldn't have been putting that RF in the TV.
Eventually I'll get that going here. Not going to be able to do that for a few months, unfortunately, now.
But anyway, when you start putting chokes on everything, it's going to clean up all your audio problems. You'll definitely clean up all your audio problems, and you'll lower your SWR. It'll all go away. It'll all go away. So the only other person I know over here is well choked up is Warren, Whiskey 6, Whiskey Delta. He's got chokes everywhere. I'm becoming a number 2. I'm putting more and more chokes up all the time. And Ron mentioned tonight he put a choke on his power supply, and his noise level went down from S7 to S2 from putting one choke on. So chokes fix a lot of problems. You just tell me where it's happening, I'll tell you where to put the choke at.
Well, we'll see how things go. I'm not only just coming out of the TV, I think I'm coming out of the speakers that I have in the ceiling for my surround sound and stuff that are not actually on. So I'm kind of bleeding into a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you got RF going all the way around, so you're going to have to start choking up your radio. And do you have a ground strap running from your radio to a ground piece of copper metal, 2 or 3 inches, 4 inches wide, 2 by 6 or whatever, and then from there a strap going outside?
I have no grounding, and I cannot ground anything at this point in time, unfortunately.
Well, you can ground. You can make a ground, put a ground rod, even though it don't go down to ground, so you can dissipate everything. At least can do that.
I can't get it out of my house right now, or out of my shack. So it's going to be a few months till till my body will let me do that. I'm kind of injured right now.
Oh, what happened?
I have 2 hernias down below my waist, so I can't do any physical activity till after I get my surgery.
Oh boy, okay, I understand that. Okay, anyway, that's what you need to do. That'll get rid of all that RF. That's why I sound loud, clean, and clear, and so does Keith. Keith ain't completely done, but he's got partially done. Ward's got his all done. That's why you hear Ward sound real clean. I got mine all done, so that's why I sound real clean. I don't got no RF. So that's what you got to do there. Anyway, my wife's calling me on the phone, texting me. My pizza is here, but I will be back, like Arnold Schwarzenegger says. KN6OS.
Copy that. K6EGG from the beautiful city of Chino.
But before I get out here, I want to make one more comment. I think we should have, because I don't hear a lot of people out here tonight, but when we do, we'll start a turntable here of HF radios, how to ground them, how to set up, and that's going to be several nice topics because depending if you set an inverted V, dipole, or fan antenna, what, they all set up a little bit different, so I'll just take one subject a night. So we'll start out with the easiest one to set up, which is a ground antenna, ground end-fed antenna, and we'll start out with that. Every combination you can do. So that'll be a nightly discussion on that. But the next night we can go into a dipole, inverted V, a square loop, and then we'll go over there every night. We'll talk about each antenna design, then they can decide what they want. KN6OS.
Copy that. I will be part of that. I will not be part of that discussion because I don't run HF at this point, but I'll probably be listening. Take care and enjoy your, I think you said you ordered the pizza, so enjoy that pizza, and I'll be in and out of here the rest of the evening until probably about 9 o'clock tonight. This is Greg, K6EGG. Anybody else on frequency still?
WA62XA, keep back.
I heard somebody else in there. Go ahead. Hey, Keith, you got a copy on him? I hear somebody talking, and I heard him say California, but I cannot pick him out.
He's in Torrance, California.
Copy that, Torrance, California. Unfortunately, I'm a little bit further away here in Chino, so it's hard to hear you.
Hey, Torrance, California, can you try it again? I put my headphones in because I was struggling too, but you want to try it again? This is Keith, WA62XA, here in Long Beach. Yeah, I think he said it was Mike, and if that's Mike out there in Torrance, we've talked several times. I think part of the problem is, Mike, is you're going horizontal probably, and we're all vertical, and so you're losing signal with, or we're losing signal, whatever you, however you say it, you know what I mean? Are you getting a copy on me? Yeah, if we were going horizontal to horizontal, I bet you we'd be like, you know, blazing each other. But vertical to horizontal, you like, we lose. We've tried that song and dance before, and you just lose signal when we're not doing the same thing. I don't think you have any issues with your radio. I don't think there's any problems with your radio at all. 60, did you say? 60? That's pretty amazing. What was the brand again? Okay, Greg, he's talking on a Johnson sign wider. I think he said 1962. Greg, you copy?
No, I can hear that he's talking, but I cannot pick out what he's saying. Very, very few words. So I'll just take a standby on this one. This is Greg, K6EGG from Chino.
All right, I just thought you'd get a kick out of the fact that he's on a Johnson side widener. 1962, I think he said. Yeah, Mike, yeah, Greg out in Chino's not getting a copy, but I thought I'd share the information. That's pretty cool. A Johnson side widener. That's an old relic. Well, yeah, it's definitely working. Yeah. Well, good. Glad that you made it out here, Mike. It's been a few weeks. Yeah, roger that. I'm over by Cal State, Long Beach. Okay, roger. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Very good. I'm going to head back over to Greg and see what's going on. Good talking to you, and stay on the frequency if you want. All right, Mike. Very good. So, Greg, I've done the adjustments. I'm kind of curious what you think.
You sound clear, but if you can add some low end a little bit, I think you'll punch through at least the quality for me. You definitely sound a lot louder.
Yeah, I did what he said, and I did some settings that he said would increase my. He said lows, right?
I said lows. I don't know what he said.
Yeah, well, he said this will help your lows if you have kind of a higher voice, and so I did that. I'll go back and figure out what that setting is and then turn it up even hotter. Is my highs fine, or do I need to turn my highs down?
No, you're actually punching through the noise a lot better, and you sound awesome right now. So I would keep the highs where they're at. If you can add a little bit more lows, I think you're there, and I think you're going to sound awesome.
Well, watching this thing, this is what he said. This is going to make you be more, more punch. Is the same words you use. I'm going to turn the EQ off for a second so you can hear the difference. So hang on a second. No EQ, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. EQ on, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So can you tell a difference between off and on?
Believe it or not, just a subtle difference. Your highs are a little more pronounced. That's it. I did not hear a change in your lows whatsoever.
Okay, well, I didn't want to be too drastic, but although I did go with the settings because I didn't want to overemphasize anything. I'll go back in there and figure out where the lows is and try to crank that up a little bit more. But I'm glad that I'm making a little bit of headway.
Yeah, absolutely. And the setting you have right now is good for DXing. You'll be able to punch through the noise with those highs. As for the lows, we're just talking local. You're just going to sound a little fuller and richer and just a little more easier on the ears, I guess you can say.
Okay, now I turn the processor off. No processor. Can you tell a difference there? Processor off. Hang on a second. And processor on. Processor on. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Processor on sounds a little better, a little cleaner.
He said to use that when you're trying to, punch through and DX, that kind of stuff. So I just wanted to see if it was too much. All right, well, let me step out for a minute, and I'm going to see what that other setting is to get some more lows into my sound. Thanks, Greg. WA62XA, we're going to be standing by for a few minutes.
No problem. K6EGG.
WA6QXA, you still up there?
Hello, Keith, K6 West.
Hey, Fred, like this, Greg gave me the source on YouTube of this guy that's doing all these EQ adjustments and so forth. There's more EQ adjustments on this than your 9700. And so I'm doing what those settings are, and then I'm just tweaking it a little bit. And Greg's saying, like, it's sounding better.
Oh, yeah, it sounds real good. Sounds real good.
I mean, I'm tweaking it even better from what we did earlier today. You guys helped me out a lot. There's a couple other new tweaks that I'm actually doing based on this YouTube video. It's pretty good stuff. You should like maybe consider checking it out for your own self for your 9100 or 991 Alpha. Sorry.
Well, can you email me the website?
I certainly will.
Okay, I don't need to write this minute, but I'd like to have it there. Okay. Who turned you on to that?
Greg did.
Oh, where did he find this from?
He did a search and came up with it. And it's awesome. It's very awesome.
Okay.
And he explains the different settings. There's 3 different parametric EQs on our radio, and then you can adjust like the settings onto that. And he explains what each of them mean and why you do this, why you do that. He doesn't just say do this, do that. He explains why and what it's going to do for your for your sound and everything. So this guy's pretty informative. It's about a 18-minute video. Send you the information.
Okay. No, your audio, it's clear. It's out there. Oh, yeah. Sounds very good.
He says it's very punchy, but he asked me to try to put a little bit more lows in my voice. I know I have kind of a squeaky voice. To add a little bit of lows to help, smooth things out a little bit.
I wouldn't say your voice is squeaky. Squeaky is one thing. It ain't really squeaky. It's more high pitched than squeaky. Squeaky, that's really getting squeaky. You're not squeaky. You're more high pitched.
Yeah, I mean, it's to my advantage because I cut through better than somebody like you that has a lower voice. You know what I mean? But you got a hot, smoking radio, which helps you punch through.
Well, I told you the higher the voice, you punch through better, especially on HF. Especially on HF, you're going to punch through.
Well, I want to sound clean and punchy, but not be shrill. You know what I mean?
Okay, you want to be an Art Bell. You want to be a radio broadcaster, huh?
Well, I just want to try to tweak it as best as I can on a shoestring, without spending $1,000 on a microphone or whatever.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Now your competition with Greg there, you both guys are in the high-end audio.
Well, his mic, I think is $450 alone. His mic, my Shure 58, I've had for years. So I bought it a long time ago, but it didn't cost me anything lately. You know what I mean? So the cord and the foot switch was about $60 total, $55, $60 total. So that was a good investment, I feel.
Right. If I didn't know, you guys didn't tell me what he was running, you were running, and not knowing the difference in the price of the microphones, I would pick your audio over Greg's.
Well, it's probably because I'm so much closer, so I just sound so much louder to you. His audio is nice, especially when you get to hear it on the stream.
Right.
I bet you if he was as close as for me to you, you would go, wow, Greg. You know what I mean?
Hold on, I think Greg says so. Go ahead, Greg.
You out there, Greg?
I thought I heard somebody in here. Oh, well. Anyway, you heard me talk to that other guy today. Remember I was talking to the other guy, the other Keith? Remember him, Keith? Kilo, Mike 6, Whiskey, Mike Echo. Remember that? Keith 2? I call him Keith 2.
Oh, yeah, you spoke to him probably for an hour or better.
Yeah, boy, I don't know what side of the horse he got off of, but that's why he's not talking to nobody on HF. He definitely does not know what he's doing.
Well, he admitted he's kind of a rookie. He's only been on the radio for about 8 months, so, it was nice of you to kind of take him under your wing and give him some advice.
Well, you heard me go by detail. That's why I had to describe it to him, because if I took it for granted what he had, so
reminds you of Keith number 1 6 months ago.
Well, Keith number 1, it became number 1.
Well, hopefully I can keep it.
Yeah. I helped him out, but he's got to listen to me in details to get that station. I told him, put away that what you got. Let's start out with what I got for you. It ain't going to cost you much money, $100, and we'll get it working. And then you'll have a little knowledge underneath your brain there, on your shoulder. Then you can do what you got with your other stuff.
Yeah, and I think he's thankful to you for taking the time to do it, and he's game for you to him to collaborate so that he can help the station, because he's definitely wanting. I don't think there's been anybody out there that's given him the knowledge and the information that you took the time to do. So I think he's really into it.
Well, if he's going to HF, he can't get on HF. He's never going to get that knowledge because he couldn't get on HF to get that knowledge to begin with. And going on a local repeater, they're not going to spend that much time with you, so he's not going to get the knowledge there. He's going to hit another dead end.
Well, and it sounded like to me that he didn't have the thing hooked up where he could have burned it up if I keeps using it.
Right. You heard it because I said, what's the other end? Nothing. I said, what? You heard me talk under you how to explain how to hook it up, but oh boy. Anyway, you heard the demonstration I gave to him when I went to HF. Wasn't that kind of neat? I gave the demonstration there.
Yeah, I think he was pretty impressed. He was impressed with that, for sure. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, first I was just letting him listen to radio, but see, you know what? He don't know me, so he can say, well, hey, Fred played me a recording. That's just a recording that he recorded sometime. So that's why I broke in the QSO with my call keyed up the mic, and you can hear me breaking in, the guy coming back with my call, and I broke in, so that was real.
Yeah, that was awesome that you did that live, because there's no messing around. It wasn't fake.
Right, and I broke in. I didn't have to break in 10 times. You notice I just broke in once or twice, and boom, the guy was back to me, wasn't he?
Yeah, you couldn't have asked for a better situation on a demo.
Right, so that was a good demo. That guy was up there in Oregon. And he said he stopped with the QC. The other guy said, hold on, I got to give him a demo here. And I thank you very much for giving me the demo. But he was coming in loud and plain and clear, wasn't he?
He was. Who was the guy he was talking to? Where was that guy located? Southern Cal?
Yeah, some guy in Southern Cal. I don't know where. I didn't pay attention. I heard him, too. I didn't pay attention to his call or where he was at. I didn't pay attention to that at all.
Yeah, the guy in Oregon was just as loud as he was.
Right. But I'm just showing you. I was trying to show him that's what you can do on 100 watts with a good grounding and a good antenna. You don't need to go out there and spend thousands of dollars on a beam and everything. I showed him what you can do with a little piece of wire.
Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. So he definitely has the style of tuner that belongs outside, not inside.
Right, and he had it inside the house.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's your you know that stuff a lot better than I do. I don't have any clue on that stuff. So when I happen to get to that point, I'll be picking your brain also.
Well, to save time, Keith, I'll just come over to your house. I can do it a lot quicker and explain a lot faster instead of going back and forth. We'll just set it up and we'll get it all done here in 30 minutes and get you on the air. That's just simple as that, real quick and fast.
Yeah, and you showed me at your house, you have two different ones as I recall, and you showed me, them and all that stuff. So I kind of got, an idea and everything, but I wouldn't know what to do from the get-go when I get to that point yet.
Well, one's for my Icom and one's for my Yaesu.
Roger, yeah.
And that's it, KN6OS. So we can get you up on there real good. And I don't know if you ever heard me talk to Ron. Oh, well, I made a lot of phone calls to Ron on the phone, so you didn't hear those conversations, but maybe you heard the other part. And I told Ron you have to get the wire the right length. You have to get that wire the right length or that tuner will not work.
Well, you told that guy keep that same thing. I heard you talking about that, and you even talked like 33, 34 feet, whatever, and breaking it down.
Right. Well, when I find that website again, I found a website. When I get that, I'll print it out and give it to you. So then it makes it real easy. We get you cut up real quick and fast. But back in the old days, when I played around with those tuners, back in the 80s, I didn't have that chart. It was trial and error. I spent all
you were like kind of drilling a lot and trying to pick his brain to see what's going on with him. And then you're like, hitting up with a lot of detail. I think you overwhelmed him a little bit where he was like, his head was spinning.
Well, that's what I want to do. I want to spin it around and let them know if you want to get serious about radio, I'm going to get serious about setting it up. But you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. Now, I want to give you the pros and the cons. That's what I did with you. The pros and the cons. The pros and the cons. This worked. This ain't going to work. Then, what I told you and taught you later on, you learn to experiment by yourself. Now you got your radio working good. And let's call that step 10. Now you're in step 20. You're thinking about things, and now you're experimenting with yourself, with your radios doing AB switches, doing this. Now you're even going further up the ladder.
Yeah, and I know for a fact that he was pretty impressed with all your knowledge, that he trusts you, that you can really help him out a lot, which no one, I'm pretty sure, gave any help to him as far as anything. Otherwise, he would have been further along right now.
Well, that's what I did with you. I did with you one step at a time, but him, I threw everything on now because now I got a lot of people talking about me, so I thought, well, instead of putting a little water, I'll throw a whole ocean on them. I kind of dribbled it here, and you thought, okay, I'm going to do this. You probably thought in your mind, man, I'll get this done, and that's it. That's the end of that, and I'll have my radio working good. No, wrong. Every week I gave you something.
Yeah, it was never ending there for a while. No, but yeah, you were focused on that tuner and the wire part. So but there's a lot to just those two things. So yeah, it's cool that you're willing to give him a hand.
Yeah, I'll get him help. I'll get him running. But I think the best thing was when I gave him that ham demonstration. I got there with my call broke in. A guy came right back and he said he was in Oregon and he's loud, clean, and clear. Then I asked if he ever heard WWV. He said he could barely hear them. I said, well, that's wrong. I showed Ward all that trick too.
Yeah, he's not talked a few times. I got it on my logbook and everything, but he hadn't been on for a couple months. I said, hell, yeah, what happened to you? He goes, I just haven't been on for a couple months. And since I haven't been on, I'm kind of intimidated. I said, you're fine. Your audio sounds really good, and you're articulate. You have nothing to worry about.
Okay, in 6 West. Well, you're at a point where you got good knowledge underneath your belt now, and now you can decide, well, this week I want to do something, maybe this week I don't, because in the meantime, your radio's talking good. Now, with this new guy, he's starting from scratch. So he's got to start digging that hole real deep and quick and fast if we're going to get him on the air, because if he takes one step and goes real slowly, it's going to take me 6 months to get him on the air. But if he really digs in there, I think I can get him on the air 1 or 2 weeks really talking real good. Depends on him, not me.
Yeah, I'm curious where he lives. He says Orange. I wonder if he's up kind of in the hills because he's only talking on a GP1. It sounds like that's like the lowest gain comet antenna you can get, like the 5-footer.
Well, I can get him going real good on the infrared antenna. I can coach him over the radio and get him all done. But as far as his other antenna, what he's doing, I almost got to drive to his house. I want to see it myself, what he's exactly doing, how he's hooking it up, and maybe I can come up with an idea for him. But I got to see it, because sometimes people explain it and they don't explain it what I want to see. Like Ward was trying to explain his grounding system to me, and it all sounded good. But then when I told him to draw up the picture, I got a whole different picture compared to the way he told me over the radios. It sounded like it wasn't matching up.
Yeah, so like he was hitting you with a plus 30. I mean, I was surprised I heard that he's on a GP1 because he was hitting me with a plus 30. Those things have hardly any gain at all. So, that's why I'm thinking, like, I wonder if he's kind of on a hill up there in the orange, those hills up there in Orange.
Yeah, but you got to remember, too, you got a good receiving antenna. You keep forgetting about that. You got a good receiving antenna.
Yeah, well, that's part of it, too. Who is that? Is that Dave out there?
Yeah, maybe he was in an airship with helium-filled gondolas that sparked a hit-up wire and blew up.
Is that Dave?
That's Dave.
Hey, Dave.
That's Dave.
Long Beach Dave?
Long Beach.
Okay,
I just downloaded my SDR Play, SDR2 updated software. Pretty cool.
SDR. Do you like it?
Yeah, I haven't used it for a while, and I just turned it back in. Allows you to check the spectrum from your computer.
SDR. That's where you go on the computer and listen to those guys, right? On your computer?
Yeah, SDR Play. They're up to version like 3 or something now.
Oh, I don't got that. Is that another SDR Play? That's what you put in your computer?
Yeah, you plug one side into your PC and another side to an antenna and download the software on your PC, and you can monitor everything.
Oh, okay, I got you now. You got that at HRO?
HRO, yes, sir.
Don't they make a better unit now?
Oh, yeah, that's what I said. They're up to, I'm on 2. I think they're at 3 or 4. Yeah, but there's always updates. You can download your little SDR box, which I just did that and reinstalled it.
Okay, can I hook that up to my laptop computer and go be driving down the road and it works?
If you have connection to the internet, or no, I'm sorry, you'd have to have an antenna on your, not internet, you'd have to have an antenna that could receive well enough to make it happen. Your software is local, it's not internet driven, it's local right on your desktop or PC or laptop.
Okay, so I got an antenna on my car coming down to this SDR hooked to my computer. And I can go down the road and receive now, or I'm going to be hooked to the internet?
Nope, no internet. The software resides on your computer. But you need a pretty good antenna to pick up the signals.
Okay, you need a pretty good antenna to pick up the signals. Okay, I got you.
And I just put one up today at about 30 feet on a push-up.
What kind of antenna? Just a piece of wire?
And now a discone covers from 0 or 300 to 3,000 kilohertz.
Oh, you put a discone antenna up. How much you pay for the discone?
So I've had it a long time, like $100 maybe. A diamond, 3,000, I think.
Did you hear that, Keith?
Yep. I'm going to step out for just a few minutes, but I'll be back shortly.
Okay, catch you later. Shortly, N6 West. N6JGI, are you out there, Alex? Usually if he answers the radio, he'll say, "Si, senor." That's what he usually says.
What's up with Keith and the discone?
Well, we bought one. We got it for $42.
What kind?
I don't know, but it works. And I've seen those other ones HRO got. I've seen those discone antennas go from $100 all the way up to $200. And I'm looking at the $200 one versus the $110 ones. I can't see the difference.
There's a difference, big time.
There is
The
where?
more metal in the sky, the better it'll receive. There's one for $500. I forget who makes it, but I've been checking those out too.
Well, what's the difference? What is the difference?
The difference is in the design and in the volume of metal in the antenna. The more metal you have in the air, the more you'll, from a receive perspective, the more you'll receive. Transmit-wise is another story, but for receive only, you just want as much metal in the discone as you can get up there.
So they're using a skin effect, bigger metal on the skin effect. I see now.
Yeah, well, if you can only put so much up there from the wind and the practicality, but I'll see if I can find one. You can check it out on the internet. It's like $550.
What do you think about they make a small one? It's called a log periodic.
Well, those are not discones. Those are log periodics. Those are supposedly the best. But you'd have to have like 20 of them up there to do scanning.
I have to have 20. Why do you need 20? You can't put it on a rotator, rotate the beam around?
Yeah, and that's exactly what you do, but you need to rotate 20 of them because log periodics typically, if I'm not mistaken, you can only get so many bands per antenna. You have to adjust the heights and lengths of the antennas to get all the bands.
Okay, so you just adjust it for what band you want to hear.
Yeah, just like HF. When you put a beam up, it only covers so many of the bands, like 2 or 3. because the antenna design has to change for the different bands.
Okay, I got you. But they're a hot receiver, though.
Yes, that's what's his name? The guy who sleeps in his backyard is always building quaggies.
Quaggies. Anyway, I had to go downstairs. My pizza coming. I'll be back up there shortly. But don't forget, it's called N6JJI, Alex. Doctor, Professor, I call him.
N6JJI, just out.
There you go. KN6 of us. I'll kiss you a little bit. Now drink some more coffee or some pineapple juice, orange juice, so we can get that long.
I was just trying to be quiet. The XYL is watching a little TV. Long Beach.
That's it, 6OS.
Did I kill the frequency, or is it still killed? This is Greg, K6EGG, live from the city of Chino tonight. Saturday night. A rarity for me to be off Saturday night. I'm going to be on probably the next couple nights here. So thanks for tuning in.
This is Greg, K6EGG monitoring. Did everybody leave?
No, not really.
How was your pizza, Fred?
Pizza was good. I'm still eating it right now. So you gotta excuse me a little bit. KN6OS.
Oh, I don't mind. Where did you get the pizza from? Local joint there?
Yeah, local joint across the street.
That sounds good. I didn't have dinner. I did have breakfast, though. What you get on your pizza there, Fred?
I guess now since our state's semi-open, I think people are enjoying the nice, beautiful weather I talked about earlier when I first got on. It's a little chilly out there, at least for my taste.
Keith back.
Keith is back here.
What's happening, Keith?
I had a frog in my throat right there. I'm doing all right. Hey, is Greg still out there? K6EGG.
I am still out here.
So, Greg, I did a little tweak on that. I want to see if it sounds any different, any better by any chance.
I don't hear any more low end. You do sound a little louder.
So maybe I need to crank it up even more. So I'm trying to get a little bit more lows in there. But do not turn down the mids or the highs, right? But try to boost the lows.
Maybe you ought to pull up your big boy pants and just leave it alone.
Hey.
I mean, you sound really good right there. I mean, you sound a lot better than you did with your normal stock mic. You're more pronounced, and you're punching through. If you just had a little bit of low end, you'd be booming in there even more.
Okay, I'll continue to work on that. So, to reiterate, boost the bass a little bit more. Don't mess with the mids or the highs.
That's affirmative. Who else was in there, by the way?
Long Beach Dave from Long Beach.
This is Greg, K6EGG.
K6EGG. Dave, Long Beach. Where are you located?
I am in the city of Chino, about 2 miles north of the Chino airport.
Oh, roger that. It's good signal down here in Long Beach.
I don't think I've actually talked to you, have I?
It doesn't ring a bell. I don't think so, but I've been in and out here for about the last year.
Yeah, so Dave, Greg does a live stream. He's a sound engineer for sporting events. Like I think he was at doing the Angels game tonight, if I'm not mistaken, and he does the Grammys, blah blah blah. So anyway, he live streams. We're live streaming right now on YouTube. You can go check it out to get to hear your audio and things like that. So it's a pretty cool situation.
Okay, then we have met. I work for the Angels, and we met at one of their home games, Roger.
Oh yeah, that's the guy, exactly. You told me about that story. Great, you guys have both met evidently.
I think I talked to you in 5-2.
Definitely did, and we figured out we did met at an Angels game. You working the audio, I'm working an usher.
Yeah, you're the guy with the, it's a Toyota?
GSL, Tacoma.
Yep, I'm actually going to be doing some home games coming up next week, Saturday and Sunday.
Will you be at the stadium?
Yeah, I'll be on the, whatever the north entrance is. They make you guys all come in when we come in, I think, now, right?
Yeah, we come in just to the right of the Tunnel B where we used to come in.
Yeah, we're still doing the games when they're away remotely, and that's pretty much all the games I have until next Saturday and Sunday. By the way, what's your call sign again? I'm sorry, call letters again?
Kilowatt Mike 6 Charlie November Fox.
Oh yeah, I remember that. It's going to be full capacity there very soon.
Yeah, the middle of the month. Yeah, you and I actually discussed, what's her name? I forget her name now, but she's an on-field commentator for at what used to be. You guys changed your name. You're Bally's now or something, right?
Yeah, we got bought out by Sinclair Media Group. They're based out of, I believe, Maryland or something like that, and they sold the naming rights away because they had to get away from the Fox Sports brand.
Yeah, and anyway, that way I see her around the field, and I can't even think of her name. Who's the on-air female reporter who asks the goofy questions?
I'm not going to make any comments on that, but her name is Alex Curry.
That's it. Alex Curry. Anyway, I thought you told me she wouldn't be back.
I don't think she... Well, I don't know now for sure, because Jose Moto's on the field, and I guess she's filling in doing some the set stuff, so I didn't know they were going to go that direction, to be honest with you, but I knew she wasn't going to be on the field anymore, or I had a feeling.
Yeah, I'm just screwing with it, because I see you there all the time. Anyway, pleasure to hook up with you again. We'll definitely look for you. Would you be in those production trailers in the back?
I'll be there before the game till probably about let me see here, an hour and a half before the game. Then I'll probably be on the field on the dugout at first base, closer to first base.
For the duration of the game?
Definitely before the game, and right towards the end of the ninth inning or end of the eighth inning, and then I'm kind of free to roam. I'll probably be up in the booth area on the third level.
Oh, okay. Are you doing audio for television or for radio or both?
For television, but we do feed radio.
Yeah, I always chat it up with those camera guys. They're pretty nice. They got some boring jobs, but I guess they get paid pretty well.
Yeah, they get paid very well, more than me. Are you on the field level?
I'm all over the place, wherever they need me. I don't have a permanent assignment.
Yeah, we'll have to figure out how to get together there next weekend, maybe. I'm normally during the game on the third level, right when the elevators are open there, or in one of the booths. Mike, one of the security guards up there, I'm usually talking his ear off. He's a ex-cop.
The usher or the security, CSC security?
Security. I don't think he's CCS. I think he is Angels.
Oh, and he sits in that chair right when the doors open to Artie's suite just to keep it secure?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, I sometimes work that elevator, so we'll check it out. We'll figure it out, especially when they get it back to 100%.
Yeah, I definitely go inside, in and out that elevator a lot. If you want to jump on YouTube and get an idea what I look like there right now, just type in my call letters in live. You should be able to see me. I normally use those elevators. Is security, the lady that's in charge of security, is it Jackie?
I don't know. Security, well, there's security for the stadium that for Angels, and then there's a CSC. So I don't know. I only know the path for the Usher's operation.
Gotcha. I understand. Yeah, but I'll definitely be up there at some point. Ask Mike for me. He knows who I am and stuff. He can text me maybe to come down to where you're at, or if you come in the booth and I walk away or something.
Definitely, I'll make a point of it. As a matter of fact, if you're good on QRZ, I'll just text you my phone number on there.
Yes, I am.
All right. When I get there, I'll type you a quick note, give you my cell. So when we're together, when you are at the stadium, we can hook up easily.
Yeah, that sounds good. And I think I may have made comment with this before, but I'm looking at your QRZ page right now. You have it looks like a Cobra 1000. Is that what that is? A CB radio?
That old picture, but that's a Cobra 2000 GTL.
Yeah, those are hard to come by.
The good ones are hard to come by. I've lost. That's what I had when I was a little kid. But I was able to get two of those two. I think there's only one you can see, but there's two of them, and they're in mint condition. One was still in the box. Yeah, because after a couple years, they started making them in a different country, and the components weren't as good, if I recall right. Correct? That is a rumor. Whether or not it's true, I don't know. I've had both, and I couldn't tell you any difference, but I'm not an engineer, so I'm an ex-cop myself. But I don't know. But those work clean, really nice, good radios. Skip's been in on them too in the last couple of days. That's what I heard the guys talking about on 5.2 a couple days ago. 10 meter was in. Yeah, if the old guys that are on here are accurate, the new cycle's beginning. We're at the end of the old and the beginning of the new, and I hope it's true. Well, I might have to get a 7300 and get a dipole in my backyard going so I can talk on some 10 meter. 10, 40, 20 and 40 have been picking up big time. I definitely won't be on those yet. I got to get my general, but I might be listening, and I'm actually going to be studying up next couple months or a couple weeks when I'm at work, of all things. During quiet time, of course. Yeah, you'll have that. If you're an audio engineer, there won't even be a test for you. It'll be old school. So get her done. I'm going to give her a whirl. I'm really, really bad on the electronic part, so I'm just going to try to memorize the answers as best I can do there. I'll turn it over to Keith if he's still there as well. But definitely send me an email with your number and stuff, and I'll put it in here. Will do. Nice talking to you again, 73s, and we'll talk soon, face-to-face, hopefully. Yeah, I'll talk to you next Saturday or Sunday, hopefully.
Yeah, Dave and I live basically a quarter mile away from each other, roughly. We're almost neighbors.
Oh, he's in Long Beach also?
Yeah, he and I mean, literally a quarter mile away from each other.
Hey, Greg?
Yes, sir.
Fred, K6West. When you're behind first base, are you going to be there with the audio or the truck? You be there with the truck behind first base?
No, the production truck's kind of like in the parking lot area or outside the bowl of the stadium, and we have cables that are installed permanently inside the stadium, so I just plug into those.
Oh, they got plugs permanently installed in the station. You plug in mics there, and that'll go all the way to the truck out to in the parking lot, right?
Yep. We even have cables ran all the way to Houston, where our master control is at.
Wow. And what kind of cables are there? Those are audio cables, AC, DC, or just strictly audio, or what?
We have a mixture of everything. We have XLR. We have single mode fiber. We have triax. We have coax, and I believe there's some fiber SMPTE cable in there as well.
So you're running fiber optics, and you're running balanced and unbalanced cables, right?
Yes, I'm personally not using any fiber, but video is.
Oh, but they do run fiber, though.
Yeah, I use a lot of fiber, just not on this type of a show. But the last week show I was on, I had a ton of fiber that I was using.
Well, that long of a cable run, so you have to be running a balanced cable for that mic cable being that long.
Yeah, it's all balanced there. It's old and crappy, but it still works.
And in the meantime, do you have isolators between the cables on that long run? Isolators and preamps?
Sometimes we have to put in preamps closest to the microphone. The audio console has built-in, excuse me, built-in transformers on the inputs, and I think I heard Dave in there as well.
Okay, I gotta get out here for a few minutes anyway. K6EGG, thank you.
I just said I eat a lot of fiber.
I have been lately.
And I have it in my cable network here from the pole to the house. Oh, what a joke.
Are you not living in Anaheim anymore like QRZ says?
No, that's my parents' house. That's and my sister's current residence. I just used that address when I fired it up the first time I got a license.
I gotcha.
And thank God I'm not living in that city anymore. Ugh. At least that part of Anaheim.
Hey, how you doing, Dave, with the injury?
Surgery next week, outpatient.
You and Greg both are having surgery shortly.
What are you getting done?
I snapped the meniscus in my left knee.
Knee pain is no fun. I'm getting double hernia surgery.
Because your knees is what's going to?
No, but I was a runner up until I was about 35. So my knees are shot right now. So I know knee pain and it's not fun. But for me right now, I just have a double hernia from lifting up all those cases for the last 25 years of my career.
Yeah, I had triple hernias from lifting all those cases of Budweiser.
What?
Sorry to hear that, but a lot of people have hernias. But hope everything works out all right. The knee pain, I've never had a problem with my knees, and I took a step, literally walking step. It's like someone took a hot poker, sheared my back of my knee off. And ironically, the snap was in the front. But anyway, and now that was April 1st, and I haven't been able to walk since.
Are you still working?
Only if they find me a spot of where I don't have to walk or stand for the whole game.
Oh, maybe I can come. Well, if you're having it this week, you're probably not going to be there next Saturday or Sunday, right?
More than likely not. They very rarely find spots for me. But it's only temporary. As soon as I should be back to full duty. As soon as, like 2 weeks after the surgery, he's telling me.
Yeah, they got that surgery down. I wish I'm going to be back 2 weeks after my surgery.
Yeah, they do it in a couple hours, outpatient. They have you walk out in a brace and crutches, and within a week, they say you'll be walking on it. Won't be running on it, but I'll definitely be walking on it.
Are you doing it at a hospital or a surgery center?
I think, well, it's going to be a surgery center in the hospital.
I gotcha.
Well, surgery centers, however, are popping up everywhere. They're kind of neat.
Yeah, the last time I had this hernia surgery, I was in a hospital, and I had a lot of anxiety being in there. Anxiety, I should say, being in there. So I found this guy that's in a surgery center. It's outpatient, and that's all he does. And hopefully he can fix my issue.
Hope so, too. That's no fun. Yeah, they just opened couple of years ago, a brand new facility over where Boeing used to be in Long Beach. So a lot of people use it. I had my shoulder done there. Really nice, really clean. And I like the idea of all the extra nonsense going on in the hospital that needs to go on. They don't have to worry about it. So that's kind of what makes it, in my opinion, a little better.
Yeah, at least you're going to be nice and close. Short little drive after. I hope everything goes well. Which day are you having it again?
As of right now, nothing changes COVID-wise, which they don't think will be next Friday.
So you're probably having the same problem I'm having. So just to get to see a doctor took me 3 weeks, and then I had to get a test run, and that took another couple weeks, and then to get a pre-op surgery appointment, it took me another 3 weeks.
Ditto. This happened April 1st. I was able to walk into the prop here where they x-rayed it and diagnosed it as no broken anything, but it sounds like you tore your meniscus. We'll have to do an MRI. And as soon as they said that, out of stalled a couple of weeks, but surprisingly they did it in like 5 days. So I got that done. Then I had to wait 2 weeks to see the doctor to read the MRI, which I'd already read from whatever doctor reads your MRI, so I knew what it was. And when I arrived at the doctor's office, they wanted to do x-rays. Anyway.
Hey, John.
Today I ran in, I had to have my blood drawn. I walked into the lab completely empty. He goes, what time's your appointment? I go, I don't have an appointment. We need to go down to this other place in downtown Long Beach. I'm like, I'm not driving. It's like, you think they could figure any component out of the medical field a little better would be nice.
So you had to go get, like a pre-op blood test type deal?
Yeah, yesterday I had the full pre-op checkup, but blood was lacking, so right across from where my doctor is a lab, but it closed at 2. So I had to go Saturday morning to a lab in LaSalle, walk in, the place is empty. What time's your appointment? Had a big debate, and he goes, all right, sit down, we'll take you. I was like, pissed.
Real quick, is that John? Oh, wait. There's a John K6EGG that's down in, looks like Seacliff, down by Encinitas. He's trying to listen to us on sideband. Doesn't sound like he can hear us, unfortunately. So conditions aren't good enough there.
It's amazing how the bands work, really is. Say your call sign again, Craig.
Kilo 6 Echo Golf Golf. K6EGG. K6EGG.
Did you pick that?
I did.
That's kind of funny. Now that I'm looking at your photo, I remember you distinctly. I've seen you several times out and around the ballpark.
Hopefully I was nice to you.
No, you spit on me and shoved me on the ground.
Did I spill my beer on you in the elevator?
Actually, we were just two signals passing in the heat of the debauchery that was going on the field. What in the heck are you sitting at?
That's inside the production truck.
Holy smoly. A lot of buttons to be maneuvered on that thing.
You know, it really isn't when you kind of break it down. It's just duplicated buttons.
So there's really only like 5 buttons, but each one has 10 of sets of number 5?
Yeah, kind of, sort of like that. Yeah, it's not what you think it would be. They're just like, if you see the one fader there, I actually probably can't. I'm trying to think of what picture that was, but basically, it's just one thing duplicated all the way across. So you just have to know the one little bank thing there, and then you know where everything else goes after that.
Why would you have so much redundancy? That seems like way overkill.
Because each one of those are do different things.
Okay, I'm done trying to figure it out then. It looks pretty cool. Kind of like our old mobile command, not our old, our current mobile command post that we built inside of a Freightliner box truck motorhome kind of thing. Kind of cool, but overwhelmed with technology. Something's always not working.
Just thinking it this way, I just saw your picture a few minutes ago on your QRZ page. Imagine all your radios with all different volume controls. That's exactly what that mixer does, and it just sends it down 2 feeds.
So you don't have to control many devices. You control many devices with one switch.
Yep, and this is the switch that brings everything together.
Ah, sweet. And that's your job? You sit there and do that?
Sometimes I do. I try to avoid it because I don't like the pressure behind it, because you have to do production and be able to fix that stuff. So I'm mainly outside the truck, making sure everything gets back to the guy that's doing that. So I like kind of being out in the elements and walking around and talking to people and stuff like that.
QSO. All right. I've tied it up long enough, and we'll talk to you soon again. KM16F, K6EGG. Talk to you soon, 73s.
Take care, Dave. Nice talking to you, and I can't wait to see you at the stadium at some point.
Looking forward to it. I'll surprise you one day.
Yeah, just try to kick me out of there so I can get out of there early.
How about I take your ID and I take over for you and see what I can get in trouble for?
Sure, go for it. Give her a try.
Walk in and tell the guy, excuse me, I'll take the rest of the show.
Hey, Keith, do you figure out anything with your EQ?
I haven't done any further adjustments since last we talked. I need to kind of figure out what to do to get the, the low a little bit, boosted up. But you told me don't mess with the highs or the mids, right? They're fine.
They sound really good and crisp, and I'm going to be right back. I'm going to say goodnight to my daughter that's feeling a little sick, and I'm going to stay away from her.
Roger that. Me too. I'll be back in about 5. WA6QXA, we're going to be on the side.
keep rolling, you.
I'll jump in that same boat with you.
All right. We're all going to hell in the handbasket, over.
Oh, falling apart by the day. Yes. Besides being miserable, how's your day?
Well, busy, trying to help Mother with the taxes and all, doing emails back and forth to keeping our block. Always my time is always cut out doing something that they didn't do here at this place.
Good though. Yeah, well, very nice of you to do it. Sure takes up a lot of your time, that's for sure. Other than that, it was a nice day out today, at least.
I went over and got a pastrami and a taco for me and Mom. We split the pastrami and I had a carne asada. You know where Fantastic Burger is over on Cherry?
No, I don't. I'll have to check it out one day.
Well, yeah, it's on Cherry Avenue up towards Willow Street and Costco or past Costco. Maybe it's Cherry.
Yeah, I know exactly where it's at.
It's not too far. You go down west and make a right.
Fine.
Right
It
there.
was good. Well, hopefully you enjoyed it.
Oh, it was good. Good. Taco was really hot.
Way too hot?
It was the real deal, man. They got some guys from south of the border in there, and they put some hot sauce on that stuff.
Nice. Muy caliente, huh?
Decent, muy caliente.
Oh, that's really good, really good. Well, I was just looking at some new things in the truck here. I just fired up the motor water. You know how it's going to make it out, or how does it sound to you?
5 and 9. Now, what's your still going?
That's flat. I didn't check it through, but when I put it in last week, it was like 1.2.
Okay, well, is it a little magnetic sound, 5/8 wave? What you got going?
Well, it was 5/8 wave, but it's mounted on the headache ramp of the truck. It's not grounded yet. The headache and the hood, the doors and the headache ramp is not, but yeah, 5/8 wave, it was 50 watts.
I bet you don't need to get it grounded. You got a ground plane there. But I don't know, shoot yourself. Magnetic sound. Oh, it's mounted on that thing. Okay.
Yeah, it's mounted on the headache rack, which is turning on it to the bed, which in turn is grounded into the frame and strapped at also corners. So hopefully that'll work for the moment.
Oh, yeah. Well, when it's grounded to that rack, and the rack's grounded to the truck, right?
Yeah, the rack's bolted to the bed of the truck. The bed of the truck is, strapped to the frame in one corner.
Well, there you go. That's all you need. You sound good. Sound good. You're F9 over here.
Oh, Roger. Okay, well, I'll take it. Yeah, it's like I said, it's kind of fucked up the cab and got it all tidied up. And it was a mess for a week, 2 or 3, so I wanted to come out and see if it's still going to operate.
Well, I thought after getting those little fasteners, you'd make a halo by now to put on the gutter there to go horizontal, right?
Well, I've got them, but I mean, with everything else, what's the yellow for you to get it? The washing machine went out, I had to fix that. Let's see, the full pump went out before that, and that sink faucet went out the other day, replaced that. So, kind of like Murphy's Law, everything can and will has been going wrong.
Oh, I know the story. I had to go through here and put the router through the sink and get that unplugged. And then, just one thing after another, my caregiver stepped on some electrical stuff I had to fix. She broke the power supply. It didn't stop the power supply, but the plastic piece on it. Somebody could have got hurt. And then one thing, I got to take care of the taxes and going over with Mom and getting her over there and having her yell at me. Tell me she's almost 90 years old. She doesn't have to pay taxes. She's a little crazy at this age. So, anyway, I know the feeling. And then I had to do the pharmacy thing and call the doctor. And the pharmacy claims the doctor denied it. She said she did. She said the prescription. And I have to go down there and fight with that. So, yeah, I know what you mean. I hate these things that your whole day is cut out. You can't do what you need to do.
Yeah, sure, Bill. I understand. Everything just kind of falls on you. You get fed on them lemons, you might as well just make some lemonade and enjoy it, I guess. But all the water issues are all taken care of. Washer, dryer, everything's running fine. So things doing all that, trying to get the truck done. But we'll get to doing an antenna here or there. But putting this together was a bigger, doing it slowly and hopefully correctly was a bigger task than I probably thought it would be.
Yeah, I always do. And I did do this last week. I got to flush out that tankless hot water heater out here with the special flush unit, flush chemical, and had to do that in buckets with the sump pump down in the bucket. And that took a couple, 3 hours. So, I know what you mean. It's just one thing after the other, and my time does not belong to me.
Yeah, good help. Time is not on our side or our friend, it seems like, but very good. Well, I'm going to probably get out of the truck, go in the house, and then I'll jump on in a little bit here, but good hearing, and thanks for coming back and letting me know it's working.
Greg?
Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Ward, sounds really good from what I'm hearing. Sounds really good.
Hey, Keith, how you doing? Well, good deal, thank you. Just sitting in front of the house, so after butting everything up, I was just hoping I didn't disconnect or monkey up anything.
Yeah, you sound right, clear, and good modulation. So time to go to Signal Hill tomorrow morning, huh?
I don't know. There's so many honeydew lists around here, but hopefully tomorrow or sometime I'll try to make a sneak out and get it. But I need to get the headache around his head and all of the doors. My son had a special fabricated mount, the aluminum mount, and welded and so forth. So got that done. So amongst other things, so we're a little behind or closer now, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So we didn't get it done by 5.
Are you in the pickup now?
Yeah, I am.
That's pretty loud.
Yeah, 50 watts, sir.
It's loud.
Well, thank you. Well, I was telling Alex, here's some Alex and everybody. I'm going to jump out of the truck, go inside and take a quick shower, and I'll jump on the band in a while. If you guys are around, I'll get in.
Yeah, I got a comment about those honeydews. You gotta get your list up. There's a new thing going around. It's called Man Pleasers. The Man Pleasers list for the wife. Over.
Gotta find that form.
All you gotta do is make it up. You just, this is a man pleaser, and you hand it to your wife, the things you want done.
Turning the tables, huh? I like it.
You better believe it.
And that's equality, that's for sure.
Yeah, pull that one on her. Link it just up at the top, but it says this is your man pleasers for the week.
Yeah, roger that. Well, I'm glad I got an extra couch to sleep on.
K6EGG.
He's lucky he's got a pickup. He can put the seat back. He's got a club cab. He can sleep in it.
Yeah, I was just looking in the back seat. You're darn straight. I think you'd be pretty comfortable in here or in the front.
Yeah, and you got your radio.
Yeah, well, that's quite neat, right?
Right.
Maybe
a cold one. Passies again or no?
Say it again?
You went to Passies to get a Passy thing?
No, in fact, I just had a quick dinner right now. Been so busy, just been going to Costco this morning and working on this and that and that and this. So, no, maybe. We'll definitely be back. I'll let you know when I go, though.
All right. The only thing that difference on that radio is if you change the audio, the peak on your high just a little higher, just a little bit, you sound just like your bass.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I think Keith and I played with this radio when he was in the shack one day to get some testing out the audio.
Yeah, I think a little bit more on the treble there. Give you a little more punch and you'll sound like your bass too.
Well, if I can find it in this menu, I'll check it out.
I got some new settings I can share with you. I just learned.
Oh, yeah? I don't have to write it down, but is that on your 991 today?
Yep. I'll send you the link. It's a YouTube video that Greg turned me on to. This is excellent information.
Oh, nice. Okay. Thank you.
I'm glad I was able to help.
Yeah, I know we worked on this one time. Still working on 108 degrees or something. Okay. Oh, yeah. I found it really.
How's that other little unit work on the dash there.
I thought I did. Did you copy it real nice? It's pretty lousy enough to look down at the radio.
Can you adjust the brightness on it too?
Haven't got that far, Fred. Haven't got that far.
Oh, you bumped your VIFO?
Yeah, I had my finger down there. I don't know if I could if it'll dim if I dim the radio, but right now it's very colorful, black, blue, red, green, nice.
All right, yeah, it sounds good. You're putting a good signal down here. I thought you were on your base.
I will be shortly, hopefully. Just like I said, I put everything else together, and I want to be sure I don't mess anything up. And he's all together now, except for the head of crack in the door.
Hey, Alex, what kind of signal's he putting down to you?
He would call it S9.
And when he's on his base, what was his base to you?
Usually about 25, 38.
Okay, but without looking at the yes unit of it, is his voice just as loud as his base?
No, I don't think so.
You think he had a little more audio on the base, huh?
Yeah, well, he has a really good, you guys go through the clearest audio, but I like the tight bandwidth, and it's a little punchy, compressed, and get out there so as long as they can understand you.
Right, I like that too. Round robin, you like while you're there broadcast audio. When you're going out there, I like it more punchier too to break through. You're right.
Anyway, does mine sound like an FM radio station, or does it sound like it's punching through?
You got good FM qualities with a slight punch.
That's all you need.
Right.
Is that a little bit better, Fred, on the mic maybe? A little hotter?
Yeah, it's hotter.
Okay, well, I turned it up just a little bit, so. Like I said, about 4 or 5 inches pulled on the bike, and the truck's running right now, so it's just sitting here and be going inside.
Here's 25 over F9.
Add a little reverb and digital delay, and you can start singing.
Hey,
You wouldn't want that. That clears frequency pretty quick, I think.
he's got to do those honeydews.
Yep. You gotta make those man pleasers known.
Is Dave still out here?
Oh, affirmative.
And is this Long Beach Dave?
No, this is Long Beach Dave.
Hey Dave, there's Alex, K6EGG.
Say that again?
Alex is on frequency right now, K6EGG.
S-H-J-J-I?
N6JJI. November 6th, you're getting me goofy. November 6th, Juliet, India. That's Alex there right now I'm talking to.
November 6th, Juliet, India, how copy?
Yeah, N6JJI here. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, Fred, my name's Dave. I'm not too far from you. I'm just looking at your QRZ page. But you're very acclimated with antennas.
Yeah, indeed I am.
I have a SOB that I can't let it win. It's an 11-meter, 5/8 wave. I think it's Mako. I can't get a match on it. I was wondering if you had any idea why. Have you heard about the antenna, or what might be the problem?
Is it a fiberglass one?
It's all aluminum. It has four ground radios and a grounding ring on the base of it.
Is it a ring?
Who knows? As far as the company keeps changing names, or companies can't keep changing their names. It could have been at one point, I'm assuming.
Yeah, email.
I do. You were clear for it?
Yeah, is it on your QRZ page?
It is.
Give me a picture of the email, please. give me a number of things. You take the coax, check across the coax, see if you got a short or an open one.
Yep, I've checked everything I can check, and it absolutely baffles me. But it's probably something so simple I'm overlooking. It's not even funny.
Could be, could very well be. How about the SWR? Are you using the external SWR meter, or are you using an internal radio?
I'm using an external, an MFJ multimeter, HF, UHF, SWR meter.
You know, most of the time, and I know you probably know what you're doing, but people make a mistake of putting in a decision. You got to remember these marks back here, some of them are not marked. One says antenna, and one says, radio. Sometimes people get that wrong. And I'm not saying you did that, but you might check that out.
Roger that. There are a couple of inputs for antennas, but there's only one for a PL259, so that one I can pretty sure is correct, but I'll double check it just in case I'm missing that one little thing I'm missing.
Well, it could be that, what's the output? You've got to have an output on it. Now, what is it, a Welch meter?
It is MSJ SWR analyzer, 530 to 230 megahertz.
Do you have any type of adapter on it?
Yes, I do. Well, actually not. It only has two, the counter, frequency counter input, and the ROHS, and then the coaxial antenna input, female section unit.
2 to 1 higher than usual, right?
I think we doubled a little bit there. Say that again.
I said Keith came over here and brought his he brought an analyzer, and he had a halo antenna. It turned out to be the connector that was the adapter.
Yeah, that's the problem. You're not too far away. Any chance you could stop by one day?
Well, you can come here if you want to. But, see, I'll be home tomorrow. I think all day Sunday. I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to try to put my table together. You've got the address. And if you want to call first, I'll send you the phone. But now, how long is this thing?
It measures 248 inches for the 11-meter band, which is spot on. And then it tells you to lower the bottom section of the base in quarter-inch increments till you get to the best SWR you can. So there's only 2 measurements that can be made to change the SWR, the length of the vertical, and then a tiny fraction can be changed with the ring.
Okay, now I know what you're doing. Okay, now is this a new antenna?
Brand spanking new.
Okay, it's a connector. You think that that's an in connector. Do you have an in connector adapter on it?
On the analyzer?
No, on the antenna. What did you put up on the bottom of the antenna?
Just the coaxial.
Well, okay, you put the coax on the bottom of the antenna, but
there's an antenna input. The only input on the antenna, and I put the coax directly into it.
The antenna is an in connector, and they put an in connector, and it's really a PL259.
Yeah, that's what I'm using, is PL259.
And it goes inside the antenna.
It goes on top of a bracket. It has a exposed copper wire that then connects to the ring.
Okay, well, they're 102 inches or something like that, or whatever it is. I don't know what to tell you, other than there's something wrong there on the system. I got a small piece of coax, and your antenna, I analyze and bring that with you. We'll see what it is, but my suspicion is it's the adapter that's going into the analyzer.
Copy. All right, I'll definitely do that. I'll send you an email. Are you gonna? One of us is sending somebody an email. Who is that?
That's K6EGG, November 6th, Central Valley.
Okay, and I'll just give you my phone number, and you can return it. And then if I make it over there, I'll give you a buzz prior, QSL.
He likes In-N-Out hamburgers.
a picture of the connection. They said coax and looked at it. You know, I don't know, is it down now?
Never went up. I got it on a tripod in the backyard and testing it to try and get it before I place it.
All right. Probably better to bring it up to you. I've got an 89-year-old over here with slight dementia. I don't want to leave her alone for very long. Or we've been going around all week long. It's nasty, you know?
Completely understand that predicament. No problem at all. Appreciate you doing exactly what you're doing anyway. That's very kind of you.
All right. Well, I'll send you my phone number on the email. And let's see here. I think I got your call just down in the book. And it's Dave, I know that. And my grandpa used to be a cop too, doing motorcycle cop in San Diego.
Huh. One of our sergeants' dad just retired from San Diego. Probably knows him.
But he died a long time ago. He was in the Marine Corps, and I think he got back in 1924, something like that.
Holy smokes. Yeah, I think there's too much of a separation there.
Yeah, so anyway, this is a long distance here. So that's where I was born. I'm 70 years old.
Well, I hope I make it there and beyond, especially with being retired now and plenty of time to play on the radio. I'm hoping for the next good cycle to come in.
Hey, Dave?
Yeah, Fred.
I just thought of something. This is what they used to have years ago. Can you still get, I don't know what the proper word to use now, used to be a security badge or card?
Do I still get one?
No, you get them from a police officer. I get one from you.
Oh, well, they don't give those out anymore. They got too much of a problem. Everybody was trying to use them for things they shouldn't.
Oh, they don't do that anymore, huh?
I don't believe so. They give you a sticker.
What?
Yes, sir.
I can get a sticker from you?
That is correct. Kilo Mike 6, Charlie November Fox.
Okay, I'll send you an email.
You know, you're going to think I'm crazy, but it's super simple to do. I could bring the whole antenna over there.
Oh, that's all right. No, I'd rather have you bring it here. Like I said, I don't want to leave Mother around here. You know, he's good most of the time. As he said, you know, what do you call it? You're trying to take it to do the taxes. He's trying to do the pay taxes, right?
Hey, I'm with her. She doesn't. She deserves to not pay. Tell her I'll take her to the next trip.
How about her? She's screaming at me off way over there. But then she was in pretty calm. You know, most of the time, 80% of the time, she's okay talking to you. She gets some things in her head that just go really confused, you know what I mean?
Sir, I know exactly what you mean. One of the biggest communities we served at Seal Beach before I retired was Leisure World, and the place was full of angels like your mom there, so I know exactly what you mean.
Well, anyway, she's good most of the time. And we'll probably, you know, the trouble interviews will say, I got her dressed usually at 1 o'clock, which is a good time to come over after I got her up and everything like that. She likes a good talk, right?
Roger. Well, I was asking, you don't have any problem with me bringing the entire antenna. It wouldn't be a problem at all.
Well, you bring it on over, bring all that in, and your analyzer too. We'll figure it out, right?
Look forward to it. I'll buzz you after 1, Roger. 73's KM16 F for clear.
Well, there you go, Dave.
Yeah, why'd you make it last 3 days before I could talk to him?
I don't know. He's on frequency tonight. You didn't even know he was there. Yeah, I know Alex a long time. He taught me a lot.
He's telling you, don't tell anybody.
I Ron Bell, you're a legend.
I told everybody good lies like you did.
That's interesting. I went, but Dave, you said I can get a sticker? Where'd he go? He left already?
You sure can. Junior PO sticker.
You get a sticker, what, to put on my motorcycle?
I don't even think it goes on your chest where your badge goes.
Oh, you get a sticker for my badge.
A badge sticker.
A badge sticker.
QSL.
And what's that look like?
A junior badge, and it's just a sticker.
It's a junior badge, huh? Okay, is it metal?
No, it's a sticker. Most kids think they're the greatest thing in the world.
Okay, so it's a sticker. What do I stick it to?
Anything you want to stick it to. Most kids, they put it right on their shirt, make them a junior cop.
Okay. Well, back in the old days, when my dad was around living, he donated $5,000 a year to the department, and they gave him a badge, a metal badge that he kept inside of his wallet.
What department?
Highway Patrol.
I think it ported out a secret code when we showed it that arrest me.
I still got that badge. They don't have to give them out no more, but they used to give them out when you donated heavily to Highway Patrol. You would get your own badge with a badge number on it. With a card that you show when you got stopped that says, please extend the courtesy with my name on it to this person with this badge.
Yeah, like I said, they got too much trouble for that. Special treatment for those who could afford it and none for those who couldn't. All kinds of problems. That's why they don't have them anymore.
Okay, it was a nice outfit. It was nice.
Yeah, but it was getting people out of trouble that others couldn't. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah, they should have left it up to the officer, you know. If for minor violations, it was okay.
Nope, it's a matter of fairness. Each one is its own case.
Okay.
I truly believe that. You can't treat people differently. You have to be fair to everybody. That's why I pick on everybody out here.
I'm used to getting picked upon.
Okay, let's be fair, Dave. I'll only run 200 watts if you only run 200 watts.
I'm only running 50 on this radio right now.
I'm talking about total.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll run. How much am I running?
If I can run 200, you can run 200.
I agree. We can run up to 1,500. I got a 6 max.
No, 200 max. I'm teasing. I never have a problem with you bleeding over me, so do whatever you want.
No, I know. I've never heard you off frequency either, so we're far enough apart where we're smashing it, but not too far to, not close enough to interfere.
Exactly.
Actually, what I do hear interference on is my neighbors that do the HF stuff on 80 meters. If I'm in an adjacent band, I'll hear them.
Oh, he came on this frequency about a week ago. Did I tell you that?
Yeah, you were telling me. Really nice guy.
Yeah. So we talked, I told him, that, I'm right around the corner and everything.
He probably has it on the pan adapter. He can see the signal and probably just tune into it.
I forget his name. Maybe you can help me out, but he knew Fred and Alex back in the 80s, 90s.
Who knew him back then?
Your neighbor, that ham guy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I got a couple different ones, and I think you're talking about farm of antennas in the back.
Yeah, what's his first name again?
I think it's Dong, or I forget.
Okay. All right, I can't remember either.
Dave?
Yes, sir.
How are you going to get that thing over here with your broken knee?
Oh, I'm bandaged up and it's got a brace on it. I mean, I'm just waiting for surgery.
Right, okay, I just wanted to know. I appreciate that.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'll buzz you after 1.
Do it that way.
Fred, you think Ron's out tonight? This is a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test. WA62XA testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And Greg's back. Hey, Greg.
Yo, I am back. Probably look a little different too.
Yeah, it looks like you dropped like 10 pounds. What'd you do?
Well, I definitely dropped 10 pounds. This just wasn't me. It was stuff in my office.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I got to work on that one phase of this mic thing. Put a little more lows in my voice, right?
Yeah, you do sound a little different.
You could. Okay, I'm going to hook up the original mic real quick, okay? Just so you can get an A/B difference, okay?
Okay, cool. Go for it.
Okay, of course, this is probably not a real fair comparison because the settings have been changed for the other mic, but there's the stock mic.
Night and day difference. But that's part of the deal. You've had that change, though.
All right, back to the new stuff.
I'd say with the new stuff.
Yeah, that's what my game plan is. I'm talking about 2.5 feet away. Am I too far?
Well, you sound okay. I don't know how far you are sound-wise, but it sounds okay.
Yeah, I'm probably 2.5 feet away from the mic.
It seems like it's probably the sweet spot for you then.
Well, it works out well. I actually have it just on like a little, kind of like a little towel or something like that on the table next to my radio, pointing directly at my face.
You don't even have a like a mic stand or something on it?
Not yet. I have a boom mic stand. I don't have the professional thing like you have for DJing and stuff, but I have a boom mic stand, for bands type things. But for right now, I just have it on the table, which is directly in front of me, aimed right at my face.
Well, it sounds pretty good the way you have it, and you could probably look back on an old stream to see the difference.
Yeah, I definitely will. I was listening a little bit, a couple times this evening. I could definitely hear it's got more presence, and everything. I think when I did that last tweak, it might have gotten louder too.
You sound more pronounced.
I just got to learn to enunciate. I'll be really good, right?
No, you sound fine, dude. Stick with your voice. Don't change your voice.
Brad keeps telling me I talk too fast. It's just my nature.
Hey, this is Dave. Yeah, you got that thing on the bass now?
On the bass?
Yeah, did you get that new microphone, the SM58?
That's what I'm talking on right now, yeah.
does that sound good. M6KGI.
You like, huh?
Better than the other thing, but you got an echo in there.
I do have an echo.
Yeah, you can pick up, it's bouncing off the walls.
I'll have to work on that. Yeah, I did some new settings that Greg sent me this YouTube video of this guy with settings for 991 Alpha, and so I kind of tweaked it from this morning, and I think it's helped out.
Well, it sure sounds better than that other mic you had on there, M6KGI.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Yeah, night and day difference, Keith. You made very good headway in the way your station sounds. Good for you, man.
There's no point buying a $500 mic at this stage.
Well, you still can. That might change it even more. Let's get back to what Alex just said. Because of my distance, I'm not hearing the echo. Because my signal's lower to me. Your signal's lower to me. But if you had like a cardioid microphone like I'm talking into right now, the RE20, there's like basically if I get a foot away, you're not going to hear me. You just...
He's 60 over here.
I wish I was that close.
He's 60 over, believe it or not.
Did it bring in his signal a little better now that his audio's louder?
No, his signal was the same, but it's just echoey, not shallowy. Over.
I am running power too. I usually have to run power to get to Greg where he can hear me pretty good.
You're not running power right now?
No, I am running power.
Now that you mess with the EQ settings, you might mess with dropping the gain and getting closer to the microphone to get rid of that echo. Just at that point, you might have to change the EQ just a tad too.
I'll play with it.
Yeah, the presence of your voice will change the EQ as well. The closer you get, like I'm further away, I would have to add more bass, like right here. See now, see how I sound a little differently now? The further I get away, I would have to add more bass. So the closer I am, it evens out a little bit more.
Okay, that's good. That's good information. So the closer I get, the more bass I'll get.
Correct. You'll have more presence.
Okay, so I'm about a foot. Am I overmodulated now?
Yeah, so you'd have to drop the gain. And that sounds like garbage.
Yeah,
I almost said shit.
I have it on the table, like I said, like on like a napkin or something, like so. It's got something underneath it between the table and the mic itself, and it's about 2.5 feet from my face. That's what you guys are saying sounds the best.
Well, I don't hear the echo, and I understand what Alex is hearing, and that can wear your ears out after a while.
You hear the echo, Greg?
I don't. No.
How about you, Fred? Do you hear an echo? Anybody else hear the echo?
Who is that? Got a couple people out there. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Whiskey Bravo 6 Delta Julie India. Were you saying about 30 seconds ago then?
Somebody else said something, but no, I was maybe a minute ago. Yeah, this is Keith WA62XA in Long Beach. Yeah, I heard the same thing. Yeah, Mikey, you and I talked about an hour ago. You sound better now. You have more presence. I don't know if you did any adjustments yourself or just the conditions got better, but you sound a lot more, a lot cleaner.
Oh, okay. Keith was on here?
I'm Keith. This is Keith, WA62XA, Long Beach.
Oh, okay. Well, you sound fine. I was maybe it was just some kind of phasing or something like that. I heard someone saying right before you came in it was kind of like not stable or something.
Oh, I heard the same thing. You're right. I heard the same thing, and it doesn't seem like the person's coming back, so I don't know who that was.
Okay. Yeah, I was just wondering who they were and what kind of rig they're using.
Is that the guy who was in Torrance earlier? If so, I can barely hear him.
Yeah, his name is Mike, I believe. Yeah, you still can't hear him?
Yeah, sorry, Mike. I'm out in Chino. I can kind of hear him a little better, but it's hard to pick out words.
Yeah, he's going horizontal, you know.
Oh yeah, if you were vertical, I might be able to hear you. I think most of us out here are vertical right now.
You going to the stadium tomorrow?
Yeah, I got to be there kind of early, like 7 or something like that. I gotta look. We have day games the next couple days.
Now you got off at a decent hour today. Was it another 7 o'clock a.m. yesterday today also?
I had to be there at 7. Oh, actually, I had to be there at 8. I can't remember. But yeah, it was a day game. There are 1 p.m. games the next 2 days, and Tuesday is a night game, so I won't be here Tuesday night.
Okay, roger that.
Sorry for you guys watching on the stream here, messing with the camera view, but I just want to get this as perfect as I can.
So your picture of you, are you able to move in or only just the radio?
Which picture is that?
Of you.
No, I can go in a little bit.
Because it seems like maybe you should move it to, as I'm looking at the screen, to the left a little bit so it's not covering up some of your radio. Unless you're doing some asymmetric type of a thing that I'm not aware of.
You mean the picture of the radio itself? You may have it on a delay. You should see it now, real time.
Let me see. Maybe I am on delay. Hang on.
I fixed it so it wasn't covering up the one anymore, my picture in the corner.
Yeah, go ahead out there. This is WA6QXA. The frequency here is go ahead.
Oh, you hear somebody?
Yeah, he keeps saying something, but it's like mumbo jumbo. Hey, Greg, what's that blue thing next to your picture? Oh, it's the USB. Okay, gotcha. All right, so you don't care about that.
Nah. You know what? I might just take myself off of here from now on.
Why?
I don't know. It's weird having this light in this camera in my face.
It is a little bright. Can it be dimmer so you're not being blinded? Did I double with you? It is kind of bright. Are you able to dim it where it's not so bright in your face?
Not really anymore. I think I did a little bit there.
Why don't you use some indirect lighting above you shining down so it's not into your eyes? Go that route.
This camera is a little too sensitive for, I had backlight and it was like blowing everything out, so I had to put more light on my face. So I have the light on the lowest setting right now.
What if you use overhead lighting shining down?
I think I just said it. It blows out my back, so I have to turn up the light that's in front of me because this camera's too sensitive.
Oh. Upgrade the camera.
Not
enough money, like my dad said, raise the budget up.
I just did. I think the camera looks clear. It's more vibrant and more sensitive than the camera that's built into the computer there, the FaceTime camera.
Yeah, I agree. It's higher quality. It's more presence.
Well, go to Sammy's camera in Marina Del Rey.
I'm good with what I have here. I'm going to stick with this. By the way, check out the background now. You can see my my world clock here.
Has it got a second hand on it?
It's digital.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty sweet.
I've always wanted one of those that you put on your wall, but they're like $1,400 or some crazy amount, not worth it. I found this online. It's from the same company that makes them. They're only like $150, or at least I had it on special. They're only like $150, and you plug it into your US or your HDMI into your TV.
And is that made from Shreveport? Shreveport, that's the ones I know about.
I think it's out of Oregon.
I got to go online to look at this clock here.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Love that clock.
Talking about clocks, I think you figured out the trick on your clock on your radio.
Hey, finally, it only took like 5 months, right?
Whatever it is, you figured it out.
And you saw me resetting it every whatever couple days, I think, right?
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if this has anything to do with it, but Fred was doing something with this radio and wasn't taking, so he did it again, and then he turned his radio off, like rebooted it, and then it took. Does that require you to turn it off so it will take?
It shouldn't, but I did turn it off every time, so maybe I didn't save it, or it didn't save and it finally took.
Okay, that makes sense.
How do you get Greg here? Every time I try to look him on YouTube, I never get the latest version. I always have to keep hunting around for it.
Do you type in my call letters live?
Yes, that's what I did, live.
Oh, you know what? The live didn't show up tonight, so I got to fix that, so stand by.
I'm watching it live.
How you do making it work?
Magic.
Hey, Fred, did you subscribe?
Maybe that's what it is, huh?
Subscribe. Everybody should subscribe.
Love. Give him some love.
Okay, so I got to go to one and subscribe. Anyone to subscribe, right?
Just subscribe on my page, and Keith, if you refresh, you should see the live on there now, and Fred should be able to find it. What do you think of this new camera view?
Yeah, it's good, but I can see what you're talking about. That light is bright, you know. I can tell it's brighter than that old one, you know. Doesn't bother me, but I feel like it probably does bother you.
Well, it's the same light. It just fell over, and I ended up not putting it back where it was, and ended up moving it. But I might put it back a little further. That might help me a little bit.
Put a filter on it or something.
It's a ring, so there's no filter. It's soft, but I could change the filters on it, like this.
Oh, I like that one.
Which one?
The one where you were kind of like blue.
That's actually worse for me in here, but I look more natural. Let me try moving this light back a little further.
How about old school, just black and white? That'd be cool. I'm teasing. He's adjusting his light right now, but he's out there.
Okay, I'm on frequency now. I'm watching it live. K6EGG, I got it now.
If you're looking at the picture, you can see that he's not at the mic and he's showing up now, right?
Right.
Did you subscribe?
Yeah, I subscribed and it popped up right away.
Okay, give him a thumbs up.
Can I go halfway, left, right, thumbs halfway, and wiggle them back and forth?
Whatever makes you feel better.
Whatever makes you feel better. I'm just kidding, yeah.
Actually, the video looks a little better with this filter on here. W6WWD.
Hey, there he is. How you doing, Lord?
Hey, good, Keith. Just, showered up, had the grandbabies and, that kind of thing. So, finally getting a little sit-down time.
Okay, there you go. We got Fred out there, we got Greg out there, and whoever else is out there.
Roger. Well, good evening, everybody. Good to hear you all.
Oh, of course, the Alex is out there still.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Good to hear you again, Alex. Keith, did you get your microphone experiment today?
Yeah, Greg gave me some more advice, and I've done some more tweaking with it, and I'm hearing that it sounds even better. So far so good.
Are you currently on one right now?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, well, good deal. I didn't know if you were or not. I haven't, like I said, just sat down, so, it does sound good, whatever you've done.
Alex gave me the thumbs up. He's getting a little bit of echo. Are you hearing any echo from me? Echo testing 1, 2, 3.
I thought I heard a hum for a second, but it could be my mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't think I have anything that would cause a hum that I know of. Testing 1, 2, 3.
I heard something there. You have a fan running?
No fan.
Yeah, I heard the hum too. He's kind of bellowy. It's like he's talking in a room and it's bouncing off the walls. It's not a real echo. You follow there, Ward?
Yeah. It's kind of it's not an echo, but it's more of a little lower tone of some type, Keith.
Hollow sound.
And it could be because I'm running my linear right now, too. Who knows?
Turn your linear off and we'll find out.
Okay, I'll turn it off. But I've been running it because I'm, wanting Greg to be able to hear me okay, but I'll turn it off for a second. Okay, there's low power. What am I at? 45 watts. Testing 1, 2, 3.
No, it just still sounds like you're in a hollow. I'm talking in a bouncing off the walls. It's not an echo, but it's a hollow. Over.
Yeah, it's pretty cute. I can't put my finger on it, but it's like Alex said, it's not like an echo. It almost sounds like a hum of some sort, but your audio sounds good, but there's a little bit of this background noise.
Yeah, just key the mic, and you don't say anything. There's a big bad hum in it. Over.
Okay, I'm just trying to listen to myself. Listen to my room. I don't hear any hum in my room, so I don't know where it would be coming from.
You got to just hold the mic down.
It's probably because the gain is so high on it. It's just getting some inductance.
Hold the mic down.
Turn the mic gain down?
No, I said hold the key down and don't say anything. You see the 7F units of noise there, Keith?
Do I see 7? Wait, say again?
You can listen to yourself. You didn't hear any. That was 7F units of full buzz.
Let me get my phone and I'll video record you.
Yeah, just keep the mic down. Keep the mic down and don't say anything. So you get 7.5 units of noise over here. Hear that, Ward?
Probably just because you guys are so close, you know what I mean? What can I say?
Well, that's 7-inch units. Ward, did you hear that?
Yeah, I stepped out the other room. I do hear it, Keith. Let me, like we've done before, let me start up a voice recording and go ahead and, if you'd like to, key it down and let me put my phone up to the speaker.
All right, tell me when.
Go ahead.
Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, I hear a lot of audio noise in the background. Sounds like a fan running. You got a fan going in there or something?
Nope.
Well, what is that, Alex? You think a hum?
Sounds like he's got a bellow. If he's talking, it sounds like he's, it's just a boxy room with this bouncing off the walls. There's no, like it's not a brick wall, but I guess there's a lot of wallboard in there. Is that right, Keith?
It's drywall, but we've had this conversation before. I've got a bunch of studio foam all around the walls.
Hey, Keith, can you do me a favor? Listen to me carefully, Keith.
I'm all ears.
Okay, what I want you to do, key down on the mic like you did again and shut your lights off. Shut your lights off, the room, all your lights off and key down. Man, I hear that noise in there. Wonder what that is.
Unsealed cable someplace, probably in that adapter he's got for the microphone.
Or the gain is too high on that mic.
Not touching the case or something. Yeah, try putting on the other mic that key down. There, Keith, see it. I think it's your adapter.
Keith, I sent you a voice record. I don't know if you got it.
Hey, Keith, look up your stock microphone and then key down. Do the same procedure.
I am. It takes me a second to unhook one and hook the other one. Okay, here's the stock mic, and I'm going to shut up for a minute.
Okay, shut up and get it done. It's got to be done by 9:05.
Maybe it's your flux capacitor.
You guys married?
Who, me and Keith or Dave and Keith?
No, you and Keith.
No, why?
It sounds like it.
Oh, because we're fighting?
Bickering.
Yes, we're married. I was at the wedding.
Yeah, he was the best man in the room. He was one of the bridesmaids. Wow, that's even worse.
Yeah.
That's even worse there, Keith.
That's the echo.
Woo!
Okay, I'm going to step aside for a second because I want to hear this thing that Ward sent me, so I'll be outside. WA628A.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Listen to that. Alex, now you went to the mic and he picked it up. So he's picking up some in that room because that mic just amplified it more. So he's picking something up in that room. And he says he has no fans running. I wonder what it is.
There's a fan in the radio.
Well, that's what I meant. Any fans running? I mean, he said no. Maybe it's a fan in the radio running. You're right. Maybe.
Don't think so.
Right. Boy, you got some noise in there somewhere.
You could be right because it was right next to the radio. So do you hear that noise anymore? I'll be quiet for a second.
Okay, take your microphone and move it. Get it away from the radio. Move away, far away from the radio. Try that.
That's what I just did. All right, so I moved it away from the radio because it was right next to the radio. So you could be right that we get picking up fan noise from the radio. So at any rate, it's far from it now. I'm going to dead key for a second.
Go ahead.
Is that better, you guys?
Well, you got to key longer than that.
Still there.
Hey, Chief?
I'm right here.
Listen to me carefully. Key the mic up and try not to disturb the mic with your hands so much because we can hear when you touch it. And move the mic left to right across your radio very slowly. Start way as long as that cable can go, and then at left, and then go slowly to the right all the way across. And keep it keyed up and don't say anything. Try that once.
Yes.
Now stand on your right leg, curl the toes in your left foot, and then cross your legs.
Damn, that's cold.
Sit at a 90-degree angle and speak slowly.
I know, really.
That's funny. Hold on. What do you think, Alex?
Well, I think he's got to do that again. He's got to hold it down because I didn't hear anything, but kind of the same thing, but it's not as pronounced. So.
Right, but I can tell he's holding that microphone in his hands. He's making too much noise with his hands on it. That mic's real sensitive. I can hear it, you know. But that noise of his hand moving on the mic was covering up the noise that we wanted to hear. Is the fan running on that radio there? Keith, put your hand behind it. You got to feel a lot of times that those fans got a variable speed on it.
Okay, this mic is about 5 feet away from the radio now. Is that better? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Don't say anything.
I did.
Longer than that.
Longer than that. Keith, you're too quick.
The whole time you see that, Fred was telling him to do it longer than that, longer than that.
Okay, we're done with this project. You guys gonna have to just deal with my hum.
Okay, do it one more time. Be patient with us. We're patient with you. Key down, at least 10 seconds. Don't say nothing. Count to 10 in your brain. Don't say it out loud. Please do this so we can hear. We're trying to help you. Please.
Nope, I'm ready to turn the radio off.
Really?
Yeah. Poor baby.
Got him do it. Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's got to do it. Yeah.
What?
What kind of mic is it?
It's called a Shure FM58.
Oh, okay. On an Icom radio?
991 Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
I think it only affects you guys because you're so close, because Greg's not whining at all about this.
All I can tell you is if I can hear you, you sound good.
Thank you, Dave. Appreciate it.
I'm not whining. I'm just trying to help you out. You wanted to be the best. I'm helping you out. Your audio's loud. We're just trying to find out that little detail because we are even confused. We don't know what it is. We're trying to find out. And if we don't do these A, B...
Greg, are you hearing what they're hearing? Testing 1, 2, 3, and I'll dead key for a second.
I hear something. It sounds like a parked big rig with a refrigerator unit running in the background.
Greg, what's
Do you
your
have
take?
another Shure microphone to try? I do not hear that noise. Although you guys are a lot closer than I am to him, so you'll be hearing a lot different signal that I'm hearing. He sounds great where I'm at. I mean, you guys can listen to my stream and and tell me. Obviously it's different because you guys are a lot closer. So to me, this sounds fine, but he might have the gain up too loud and might be picking up some inductance in his room from all the power supplies and whatever else.
Greg, I'm listening to your stream. I don't hear it in your stream. I only hear him direct, not in the stream, so it's probably being lost in the airways. But it's a very slight hum, but it sounds like a little fan is going on. Just a little, not bad. But anyway, Alex, not to change the subject, Ron had that, and he put a choke on his AC on the power supply, and it went away.
No, please do change the subject.
I did. I went to chokes.
Don't worry about it. You sound great.
Yeah, I'm ready to choke somebody.
Fred just off frequency, remember, and we still accelerate his call.
Right, yeah, remember? You give me about off frequency. We're going to start that tonight?
Well, you never fixed it.
Okay, I never fixed it.
Hey, Keith.
Yes, sir.
I know you don't want to hear any more about it, but I'll tell you one thing. With my XLR cables, I've choked them at the microphone port and at the radio port just because of the known problem with RF getting into some of those cables.
And it resolved it?
I never had the problem, but I know a lot of people who have.
Okay, well, it's something I need to look into.
I wouldn't get upset about it. It's something you're going to have to chip away at.
Roger.
Keith, I'll bring over a Yates and Jeff mic over there. I'll try that out.
I'm ready to go to the stock mic.
And then I'll bring a linear amplifier for the mic, for the amp circuit, and I'll plug it into the wall. And then we'll put some uranium down the tube and see if that helps.
That sounds exciting.
Well, you gotta keep trying, buddy.
Just to let you guys know, for me, when I'm listening to my monitor, I hear a little bit of RFI getting into my audio when I'm running my amplifier. So you can kind of hear that on the stream. It's like a little bit of warbliness to it. It's not like a buzz or a hum. That's more that sounds like something electrical. But using the chokes, I got a couple chokes coming this way. That I'm going to try to put on the microphone and the output of the, amplifier. I'm going to put one downstairs on the TV.
Hey, Greg, let's use your ID and put a big Moonraker beam on top of the stadium.
I don't know if I should say this on... because I'm on the stream, but I did take my VX5 HT to the roof when I went up there one time. Someone brought me up there probably when they weren't supposed to. This was 20 years ago, but not 20 years ago, I should say. It was about 15 years ago, and I did make a bunch of contacts up there. It was great.
One of those little rail platforms they have along the roof?
Yep, exactly.
Anyway, let's sneak up there with your ID, and I'll be your helper. And we'll put a big strapping 5-element Yagi up there.
Actually, I thought about putting a remote up there.
That too. Let's do them both. Where's the leak? How balls jump up there? We'll be fine.
I actually, when I went up there like 3 or 4 years ago, I tried my VX5 into my remote base here through my TS2000, and I actually hit it.
Doing VHF, UHF?
What's that?
Were you doing VHF, UHF?
VHF, actually I was doing UHF to repeating VHF out of my radio from my house.
Roger.
That's a good place to put a transmitter. I mean, there's a lot of flat land around there.
There is. It's kind of cool still, but that's probably going to change pretty soon.
Have you seen the plans?
I don't think there's any yet. I just hear talk.
Oh, there is.
There's conceptual drawings, but I don't know about. Maybe they do have plans.
The Honda Center stuff is it's a done deal. They're actually starting on it very soon, I think.
I just wonder what they're going to do now that they own the stadium. It's in dire need of modernization.
Either it's going to be a complete teardown or almost.
Is that what you're hearing?
Yep.
That'd be awesome. I don't know if it applies to their side, commercial side, but expecting to redo your house. You tear down the entire building at one wall and you still get your old tax bracket.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you tear the whole thing down, they assess your property at the current value. If you tear it down and leave one wall up, anything of the original house plan, they don't want to be specific. And it's still such a rebuild as opposed to a new house.
Comment, I got a comment on that.
Go ahead, Ferdinando.
This is K6EGG, Class B general contractor license. You tear down the whole building, you leave one wall up, it's classified as a rebuild. And you're right on the taxes, it's a rebuild. You only got to have one standing wall up.
I think somebody just
And it's cheaper that way. It's a rebuild. It's not a new building.
Yeah, so they don't reassess the property at the higher value.
You are correct.
Okay, this is Keith again, WA6QXA. I turned the processor off, so for you locals, does that sound any better, the fact that the processor's not on anymore?
Yes. Yeah, well, give me a dead key, 10-second dead key.
I think that's probably what it is. The processor's not good for you guys, but here's my dead key.
Sounds dead here.
Well, I don't get no S7 noise level. Do you, Alex? Nope.
Can you turn your amplifier back on?
I get a 30 level noise.
Okay, now the processor's back on. Testing 1, 2, 3, and dead key.
Sound the same. You're fine, Keith. Just leave it. You're perfect. You're loud and clear, wall to wall. Shoot that ball.
Well, thanks for the compliment, Dave.
Here, you sound great, man. With that microphone, you're cutting through noise a lot better. You sound clearer here too.
Well, one thing I did is I moved. You guys nailed something. I had the mic right next to my radio, which does have a fan, and so now I got the mic about 5 feet away from it. Still about the same distance from my mouth, so hopefully that'll eliminate some of that noise that you guys were hearing, that hum. And thanks, Ward, for the information you sent me. That was very helpful.
Yeah, no worries, Keith. You're welcome. Was there another station, a MYL or somebody out there?
Yeah, he keeps coming in, but he doesn't ever want to say anything.
Okay, well, I thought I heard somebody. Okay, I'll be listening.
No, you did. This guy's done that about 5 times this evening, but never wants to say anything.
Hey, Greg, I like to see your clock in the back. I'm looking at your screen now. Can I see your clock?
Yeah, stand by. There you go, Keith. Enjoy.
I see the world map. Is that what I'm looking at, the clock?
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. I got the same map. What size screen is that?
I think it's a 42.
Okay. I got a 45.
I got a
I got a 70 downstairs.
I got more color in the middle of my screen. Your center of the screen looks all white. I got more color. You can change that so you got more color. So you see green, reds, and browns in the middle of your screen there. There's no color there.
There actually is perfect color. It's a 4K photo, but it's being shot by this little cheap camera here.
Okay, maybe it's not appearing then.
Plus it's at an angle.
Exactly.
AJ60.
AJ60, go ahead.
Howdy, everybody. And Keith, yeah, your audio sounds good. I would mention one thing though, if your radio, when it vibrates a little bit with the fan running, and if there's any type of microphone sitting on the desk, it will be transferred to it and come out. I learned that the hard way. So if you're using a desk mic, what I do is I buy a rubber mouse pad and I set my microphone on top of that, and that isolates any type of vibrations from being transferred. Especially if you've got an amplifier, a tube amplifier that has a fan in it, it will definitely make a big difference.
Yeah, Curtis, thanks for the information. Yeah, I had the mic on the desk right next to the radio, not thinking that the fan, you guys would be picking up the radio. So now I got it about 5 feet away from the radio. So am I making it up there okay, Curtis?
You're sounding good. You're like an S8. Audio sounds awesome. I did hear a little bit of background noise earlier tonight when you keyed down, but I'm not hearing it now.
Yeah, again, I think it's because I moved the mic away from that radio. I think that's what it was. You know, it was picking up the fan noise from the radio because I had it right next to it, not thinking right. So thanks, you guys, for the radio checks.
Yeah, and most desk mics that you buy for ham radio, they have little rubber feet on the bottom. If you ever take those off, you will be in trouble.
And I like your idea about having a mouse pad, too. I'll have to try that one out.
Greg, I have a Geocron exactly like you got. I think I bought mine around Christmas time, and I think it was either $2.99 or $3.99 from HRO, and it works fantastic. It is so cool.
I actually bought this the first week it came out. They had a special for the first like 20 of them or something. You can get it really, whatever it was, $150 at the time. This is a couple years old. And they also just recently sent me an email saying they want this old unit back. They'll send me another new one for $100.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I have the newer one. I think Fred has the newer one. I think it puts out less heat. It runs faster. So I would definitely do it.
Yeah, I might do it right now, but money's a little tight, so I'm going to keep this one. I don't use it as much. The only reason why I changed the camera view is everything fell on my desk, so I might put everything back tomorrow.
I have mine on a 55-inch TV. In fact, I have two 55-inch TVs in my radio room here. And I turn it on once in a while and look at it, you know, and it's beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, the image that puts on there. Sometimes I use it as a night light. You can dim it down and use it for that. But I haven't turned it on today, but I have it, and I think I definitely like it. And Fred, he loves his. I have all the ham radio satellites, you know, on the display, so that's kind of cool.
Do you have the setup for 4K monitor?
Yes, I do.
The picture is amazing on it. I am just like in awe of it.
Yeah, and it's accurate too, because usually about 8 o'clock at night, the gray line goes from just off the coast of California down to South Africa, and that's usually when I talk to those people on 40 meters. It don't sound like it, Fred.
I guess not, but you brought a good point up. That's a good point. I never thought of that. I really believe that's what was happening. But if he gets one of those microphones like Heil, where you connect to the back, and it comes up and it's hanging up by strings and stuff, that'll eliminate that problem.
Yeah, like Greg has on his microphone, the shock absorber type of doodads. It definitely makes a huge difference.
Yes, I believe that.
Heck yeah, it does. And for me, I'm going to call it a night. I forgot I got to get up at 5:30 tomorrow morning to be down in Orange County early. So you guys have a good evening. It was nice chatting with you. Thanks for coming on there, Curtis. This is Greg, K6EGG, and Keith, Fred, Alex, Ward, if you're still listening, and Dave. You guys all have a good evening. K6EGG is clear.
That's Heavy Freeze. Catch you later, K6OS.
Good night, Greg. K6EGGAJ60.
All right, so I don't know if I like this camera view or not. The background's a little too bright just for this setup. So this camera's super sensitive. I don't know. I might go back to the way it was last before I changed it. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. That's down on the right-hand corner somewhere. I don't know where exactly. And I'm always looking away, so I'm used to looking up. So now I'm going to have to look down. So everybody have a good evening. This is Greg, K6EGG. Hope to be talking to you tomorrow. Have a good evening.